listening to the No Tekkers podcast.
No Tekkers podcast.
No Tekkers.
What? Man said Bon Gerard.
The No Tekkers podcast.
Come on, man. Let's get it.
Episode 80. That's right.
Jeez.
The No Tekkers podcast. I'm your host, Braz. I got my co-host here, Chief.
Bonus stats.
I got my other co-host, Mr. SLS. Sunday League settings in the building. Big Fazat.
There.
And then we got a special guest on today.
Jeez.
Man like Mr. DVUK.
Yeah.
The young entrepreneur.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
You know what?
man like Tazz in the building.
Because-
Welcome.
Timed it well.
Well,
Oh, wow.
Got a
Oh.
present for the man.
Yeah! I have the black one still. I'll put it on now.
You got a pick.
Triple black.
You want that one?
Yeah.
I've been looking them up online. I've been to tap you up for one.
You say that one?
Yeah, I'm nice for that one. I got a couple tracks since that this guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got the colours still.
This is what I like my guests to do. You get me?
Yeah, you know what?
Let's
Let's do it right.
We'll leave the crate one in the front though. Yeah. You get me? You can place that over there.
You can put that one there still.
Is that called product placement? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that's exactly what it's called.
I can get used to this, you know.
Yeah,
man.
that's what I'm saying. This is proper. You're the first guest to
nah,
actually
respect,
bring us
this
gifts,
is nice,
except
this
for not alcoholic beverages.
Try to get us drunk on the paddles and that. That's nice. Got a nice fit to it as well. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
man,
yo,
appreciate
it's
it.
proper, man. This is proper.
You want to place it with the crate?
Yeah. Put it over there. You can advertise.
Create one.
Yeah, you get me.
DVUK.
Yeah, man. So how you been, man?
I've been good, man.
Good to hear, man. Surviving.
It's going well. To be fair, football's going well. So
Yeah.
I feel like when football goes well, you probably can relate. Everything else seems to fall into place. So,
Of course. I hear that.
them ones.
Before we get into it, we want to big up our sponsors, Danes Catering. Shout out Danes
Yeah, man. Big up.
Yes,
for all
my
your
brother
catering
Danes.
needs. So yeah, man. Shout out Danes on the Instagram if you need that food. Yeah. So yeah, boom. You play football.
Yeah.
Was you in any sort of academy when you was younger?
I wasn't,
So
never touched.
okay. So when did you start playing football?
But when I was 11, 12,
Sunday League.
yeah,
Okay.
I was playing Sundays. Obviously I played in school. I think everyone played in school, but
Yeah.
I think one of the goalkeepers' dads, he had a team. It's called Black Country Rangers. And he just come up to me. He's like, "Oh, why don't you come play football on Sunday?" So I just ended up going, and then I played for an Asian team, Sing Sabah. So I used to do Asian tournaments as well.
Yeah.
When I was younger as well.
I bet you played over age as well, innit?
I think I played. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Actually, I did. I played a year above, but obviously it's only a year, but it was big back then because I wasn't playing. Everyone was small, back then.
Yeah.
Was you big for your age?
Not really.
really,
I started
nah.
growing in secondary school,
Okay.
but I felt I was good at football. I was alright. I used to be a striker, to be fair.
Weren't we all?
Yeah.
That was always the way in school.
So when did you get good at football, or did you just kind of pick it up from the bat?
I feel like I think straight away, genuinely, I'm not even just saying that, I just think you could call it natural. Obviously not natural, I wasn't in academy, but people used to say to me like, "Oh, have you not played for an academy?" I think I went to Blues one time, a guy come to training, and he gave me his card, and my mum took me to training, but the problem was, my mum used to finish work at 5:30, training was at like 6:30, all the way in Birmingham.
Yeah.
It just wasn't
West
gonna
Hills.
happen.
West Hills.
Long in
It
it.
just wasn't gonna happen. I think I went once, and then it just couldn't happen.
Yeah.
So, but at the time, I didn't really. Everyone wants to be a footballer, but who wants to be a footballer? You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't really bothered like that.
Yeah.
How old was you then?
Probably about 12, 13.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I was young.
And you never grew up over these sides of Birmingham?
Nah, Smethwick.
Smethwick,
So I grew up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just stayed around there.
Yeah.
Okay. So so obviously you was at Black Country Rangers now.
Yeah.
How long was you there for?
I was there, I think, till I was about 16.
Oh, so you were there for a while.
Yeah, so I was there for a few years. I didn't know anything else. Like
Yeah,
all my friends
yeah.
used to play for Handsworth United,
Yeah.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
And then I clocked that everyone who played for them had academies and was
Yeah,
all in
yeah,
academies.
yeah,
and that.
yeah.
I was just on the other side, Tipton,
Yeah.
just playing some
You're
Tipton
borderline
league.
that way, innit?
Yeah. So it was
yeah.
just, oh yeah, my friends. Yeah, I had friends who tried at Warsaw,
Yeah.
and they weren't better than me, I'm thinking to myself, how are these man get? I don't know if you remember Lloyd McCormack, Benji.
Nah.
I don't know if you remember him. He used to he was like the guy. He was like, he used to just sort out everything. Like, he used to do Victoria Park. He used to take people trials, made a team and that.
Active like that.
He was the guy for that. And then, that was it. So I'm getting hot. I'm gonna take my hoodie off.
Get comfortable, B. I'd like to say, all the people that are watching now, take this time, like, share, subscribe up the ting.
Man, all of that.
You get me? So we appreciate that.
It's 1 minute of your time.
Ad break.
We back.
Yeah, man. Okay. So, did you ever play for Conti like everybody else?
Nah, I didn't. That's the teams I never played for. I never played for Conti either.
Okay.
I almost played for them on a Saturday when I was at Silk on a Sunday a few years ago, because that's when I was just like injuries left, right, and centre.
Yeah.
Just wanted to get every game time, but I never went in the end. To be fair.
Okay.
So what would you say your strongest attributes are?
I think reading the game
I'll
on the pitch.
Yeah.
Reading the game, 100%. I just think, obviously,
So did you have that ability from a young age, or is that something over time?
I think I've just learned. I think just watching and playing with certain players and just understanding. I think watching a lot of football obviously helps as well. I think reading the game is definitely most important, because I feel like when you read the game more, you don't have to do as much.
Yeah, you can
Work
play
smart,
for
not
injuries
hard.
as
You
well.
can make smart decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What we spoke about earlier.
True.
Yeah.
Well,
We won't get into that.
I think 1v1 defending as well, and I'd say tackling. And I'm not bad at heading, to be fair. I never used to like heading the ball ever as a kid.
I still don't.
I never used to like heading the ball, but I think now, especially this season, because the way we play, a lot of the teams in our league, they just pump the ball up, it's just coming straight to us, so it's just like back and forth, and we're just heading the ball left, right,
I think
centre.
the games I've watched you play, you're organised as well, like you're a natural leader.
Yeah.
It's not something you have to kind of give a man a
captain
captain's
material,
armband.
yeah?
100%. You
All
don't
right.
need armband, then it does
No,
That's what I've noticed.
Yeah.
Like, it's very even when the balls. I've always
Vocal.
I've always said the better players turn on when the ball goes dead. So when the ball goes out of play, you stay switched on. From what I've noticed watching Tazz, he's definitely one of them.
Okay.
Bar once, it's not only when you say it's my fault, though. Remember the semi-final, ballers?
Yeah.
When the quick throw-in, and Danza just ran through.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I looked to my left. But to be fair, he's ran from behind me, so I haven't got the call.
Smart.
Which is my fault, because I
So
should have
great movement, you know what you're saying?
It's good. It was, bro. I got
You
him.
just lost.
Credit.
Bro,
Lost
credit where
at sea.
credit's due.
Yeah.
I've looked again. The ball's in the net. I'm saying, rah.
To be fair, I nearly missed the goal as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm raw. You only see
God,
like,
that's all the
ball is
movement,
about-
yeah? Lost the cameraman too.
But I think other than that, yeah, just
Okay. So obviously that was Sunday League. What was the first team you played for on a Saturday? So now the levels are up.
it was Black Culture Rangers men's team.
Okay. What was your debut like?
How old were you?
I
At this point?
was in my first year of sixth form, so I would have been 16
16.
/ 17.
Yeah.
I remember my first game. I put in one bad boy tackle, you know. Oh my God.
Lift the
I was playing centre mid at the time.
Yeah.
I remember I tried to pass the ball and it was a dumb pass. I don't remember why I tried to pass it, and he's intercepted it, and he's basically running towards the goal at our defence, like 1v1 with the right back. I've just come through, took him out, took the ball, and I've pinged the ball across. And then obviously this is like first time playing men's football. Bare fans.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
bare fans, but there's more fans
Yeah,
than
yeah,
what I
yeah,
get when I'm playing
yeah.
for school or something. Everyone's clapping and that. I'm saying, yo.
That little buzz in there.
Yeah, like this.
More of this.
But I'm playing with big men, you know.
Yeah.
When I'm 16, I weren't tall. I weren't big like that. These ones I'm saying with grown men.
Yeah.
So
Got a little weight to
and
them.
but I'm getting bonked left, right, and centre. But I enjoyed it, so
Yeah.
it was good, man.
What was the result?
Pretty sure we lost that game, to be fair.
Okay.
But the result didn't really matter because I was
man,
like,
wonder
yeah,
stats,
I'm
man.
the first one.
Yeah.
He wasn't live at that moment.
Yeah, man.
So what was the gaff? What did the gaffer say to you after?
Great
He was a
tackle.
good. He was. I think he's at Calsa now. Roscoe, his name is. He was always helpful because we was one of the youngest. It was me and there's Aaron Weston. His name is. He plays for me at Bilston. He's the captain, and he was like really helpful. He was like going to the youngsters. It was hard on us, but he was good. Like, he was,
4 years.
Tough love.
100. I feel like the reason why I'm saying the player I'm today, like I'm someone, you know what I mean? Like, because of him, you know what I mean? Like he was there, so I always remember him as like somebody who got me like into men's football properly.
Yeah. Okay.
Integrated you nicely.
Yeah.
That's say, man. So when did you leave?
I left when he left, you know.
Yeah.
I think it might have been. I think I was there for 2 seasons. I went back a season and a half. But then when I left, I didn't play for anyone.
Okay.
I just stopped playing. I think
Yeah.
just had injuries here and there, and
Just focusing on
and
fashion.
I was working. I was working at the time.
Yeah.
And I think there was always. I think I went to JAG, and there was midweek games and training, and I just couldn't commit basically.
Yeah.
So I just stopped playing, and then where did I go to? I've been to Wolf Sporting. I think I went to Smethwick Rangers. I've been
So all the local teams.
Yeah, a lot of local teams.
Yeah.
I think Bilston, where I'm at now, I was there last season. I didn't play much through injury again, but I think I played more.
Quite a
games.
few was there. Trey, Souls.
Yeah. Trey Souls, I think Jake Healy.
Yeah,
We had a good team. I think when I joined Black Country Rangers the second time after Bilston, Jake was there, Souls was there, Trey was there, Shaq was there.
Yeah.
They had the other Shaq.
McDonald.
That's the one,
Yeah.
bro. They was flying. They won like I think 16 games in a row, something crazy like
I remember
that.
they used to train at in Aubrey there.
Portway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I came a few times still.
And then
Yeah.
manager
Good
left,
team.
Spicer. Everyone left.
Mm.
The league was gone.
Yeah.
It was mad.
Where's Spicer now? Is he
He's like managing director at Bilston.
further down? Okay.
I know.
Shout out Spicer.
Yeah. I don't know. I may be wrong, but he's basically he's
technical
He's
director.
still involved,
Yeah.
but he's
Part
involved.
of the board.
They've got plans and that. Like we got the change in the stadium next season. Like loads of different plans.
You know, it's mad when I drove past Bilston. I used to see that when I'm going to work. They see the side when you're driving on the road. They got
The orange.
arcade thing.
Yeah.
What's that? So when I pulled up with them, I said, this is what it is, Bilston.
Yeah. I remember playing there as a kid. That's where all the cup finals used to be and stuff like that when I was younger. But
Okay.
yeah, he's heavily involved as well.
So
what league is Bilston? Sorry.
West Midland Football League, the Prem.
Okay.
So it's the MFL.
So if you get promoted, then you go to
like Highgate,
National.
League,
That's
Is that step 3?
The cows are gone up. Now I'm in step 6, so we go up to step 5.
Okay.
It's like Highgate, Walsall Wood, Warwick, that league.
Oh. I thought Highgate was in step 3 for some reason.
I don't know.
Nah, because I looked at the league today. To be fair,
Okay. So the level's decent then.
yeah, it's a good level. To be fair,
Okay.
especially the level above. I think that's the league that Council was in for years and they couldn't get out of
Couldn't
it.
get promoted.
Nah, I think it was in it for like
Like the
5-6
championship
years,
tough
and then
leagues.
they got out of it.
Them lower leagues, it's a fight, man.
Yeah, trust me.
It's a battle.
This is a good question because we was talking about the development of football players. Yeah. So like, say for instance, you've been released from an academy where you've been in like a cotton environment, let's say.
In a bubble.
Yeah. So then obviously now you've got to go. You still want to chase the dream. You've been released. Now you go to like these lower leagues, step, whatever it may be, respectively. And then it's men's football. Now, if you were a top-notch talent at one point in your academy and you're playing nice, sexy football, and then you go down to, you get released
More rugged.
to more rugged stuff, the chances of you surviving in that environment is kind of like sink or swim in it, because one, everyone's looking at you because
Expecting a matter.
they're expecting a Mazza. You come from academy, so you're probably like the pretty boy of the bunch, right? Like you had it good or whatever.
So
Which
they're gonna kick you up.
they're gonna kick you up.
Damn right.
And plus, that team might not play to your strengths. So the manager might not play tiki-taka football. It's route 1 now.
Yeah.
So then
You might not even get much of the ball.
you might not even get much of the ball. So if you're a creative
But
midfielder,
we're assuming though that just because you got released
Yeah.
from the academy, that you're a technical player. You might have got released because you wasn't technical.
true, very true. But I'm just saying in the
You could have been a
instance,
speedboat, no driver. You could have been a
Did that-
built
did
like a houseboat.
did they have those in academies?
Huh?
Speedboat, no drivers.
Man,
All right,
they're still there now.
fairs.
But you
But-
can work on technique, so to say. So
I hear that. But I'm just, in this case,
you're talking about a little number 10 that's
well, not even necessarily a number 10, but there's someone like, say for instance, on Sean's podcast, the Mbappe, not the footballer project, they were talking about why England can't produce a Verratti or a, I don't know, Busquets or Iniesta mid type of midfield players.
we know why though.
Right, but don't you feel like in the conversation that we had with, what's his name that time? Carzo.
Okay.
Right, we was talking about what the future of football looks like for the next generation. So now in the future, in the next 5 years, you'll probably see more kids playing the De Bruyne role and whipping De Bruyne passes, where our generation was more of the Beckham pass, wasn't it? You know what I mean? So now football is going to develop, but if you're released for instance, because football doesn't develop just in academies, it develops obviously in grassroots as well. So if the managers of these lower teams are not playing good football, they just have, I just want to win. I don't care. I don't want to develop nobody. I just want to win something.
But that's always been the problem in England. No, that's the English mentality.
Right.
Like, that's not even
So-
like cage football and
That's
that.
what I'm saying. Like, there's you take the street ballers and then you take them into the academies and then you
Develop them.
You don't nurture their talents that they learn from street ball.
Yeah.
You just go in, okay, that's not football. Do this.
I hear that.
And if you don't do that, then go back to the street football.
And I think that's the reason why, like you said, the players like Zaha, Ezenem, and they get looked at kind of scrutinized.
Yo, I seen a tweet.
That's what I'm
Sorry to
saying.
cut you there. I seen a tweet. Did I say this last week?
I
don't know. You have to say it first.
It's a new episode. You can say it again.
Yeah, bro. I was howling. The man said Zaha plays like a man told him to suck his mum. Bro, when I thought about it, I thought, you know what?
Right.
Bro,
Only-
he's
he's
angry.
I only see him smiling when he scores, but I feel like he's still angry.
Yeah.
Which is, in a way, it's good, but at the same time, he gets scrutinized by referees.
Yeah,
and he
yeah,
don't
yeah.
get.
He's got a ref
But
in
then,
it.
and then even like in any form of work in then, does that necessarily, because he's marginalised, does that necessarily mean that he's upset, he's mad? He's not. That's just his
Way of
demeanour.
expressing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? And who's to say
True.
that's right or wrong? And
True,
what
very
you
true.
said about the point you was saying is they try to kill that from a young age.
Yeah.
English football is very behind on it. Like they don't want to
So
release
far.
their old way
Old
of
ways,
working.
yeah.
It's
to
arrogance.
invite the new. And
Yeah.
why do you think it never works? Like I've always said, the ballers play on a Sunday league. If you want to see certain things and certain things happen where people express themselves and there's no kind of limits to it, like
Yeah.
certain Saturdays, yes, but I think Sunday when you man them, it's the case of
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
You get
Do
me?
my thing.
Yeah.
Like,
The English people, they don't like personality.
Yeah.
They hate
players
personality.
always play their best football when they feel free and confident.
Yeah.
If you're feeling like you can't express yourself and you can't play your game, you're not going to play your best.
Imagine if somebody tried to put a leash on Ronaldinho. Mad.
But you know what's mad? You say that, yeah. I don't know if you've seen it. I think after Man City won, I can't remember. They might won a game or won something, and Grealish was talking, and he basically said, when he's got the ball, he's scared to lose the ball, so he plays it off.
Yeah, I think
He
I
said
did
he's
see
scared,
that. Yeah,
he's
yeah.
scared of Pep. So, and you're thinking, but then everyone, at the same time, people are saying Grealish ain't playing well. Grealish has been overpaid for blah blah. Well, he's basically just said he can't be himself.
Because he's
that-
scared of losing the ball.
So that must be the reason why he's playing as well as he is. So that
Yeah.
obviously shows.
I think, as I said, it comes down to environment. Innit? He's come from an environment where he's been the main man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The star
Carrying
boy.
Villa.
That's what I mean. He can do whatever. He could lose the ball 10 times in a row.
But remember,
not getting dragged.
it was the same with Mahrez at Leicester, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then remember, he come to City that first season. He wasn't really
And you had to-
securing a place till really like last season.
What your question, original one, Braz, is I think what a major thing to is your mentality, bro. Like you have to be mentally strong, and it's like if you come
100%.
from like an academy and you've been released, and like you said, even with the players now, where you're coming from smaller to you're the bigger fish in a smaller pond, but then you come to the bigger pond now, and like you're like, oh, there's ballers all around. Now are you mentally strong enough to say, no, I can rub shoulders with these man, you know, or are you gonna kind of go, oh, you know, man, that's after us.
Fit in,
Yeah.
he's
That's what I'm
normal.
saying.
Because
Yeah.
a lot of academy players do that though. Come out of the academy and they won't even play for a team, like fully.
Yeah,
Because
mentally, innit?
I never knew that. Obviously, you have open trials after you get released. So
Yeah,
you open
you can
to
get a
loads
second
of teams.
chance. Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't even know that till Football Manager.
Is that when you get your other?
Yeah, that's how I found out. No, I swear
they got
down.
release trials in it.
Yeah.
So
Yes, you're right. You're right.
And then they'll leave, and then obviously he said they'll go to a lower league, and he said like they might play a different type of football, and then you could go watch him play, but you're not really thinking he's just come from an academy because he's not really playing how they're not playing how he plays, so that's how they get phased out, and then weeks go by, manager don't pick him or whatever, then he just starts playing football again.
Yeah, and you just become like another star in it. Because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember they said that you got more chance of being struck by lightning than you have to be an English professional footballer in the Prem. That's how mad it is.
what about Reece James? We all know Reece James.
You just signed a new deal, yeah.
Yeah, new
years.
highest paid in it. So his dad come out and said in another podcast that if he was to all do it again, he wouldn't put his son in football just because of the battles and the shit that they've had to go through. Basically, he said he'd rather have a better chance of pushing him through education and having him be a prime minister.
Yeah.
But I'm
I
looking
hear
at
what
that.
he's saying, but I don't
I'm
really think
I'm
that's-
looking at that like.
Yeah.
I don't know about
Especially
that
after he
for
just
that.
saw his son's new deal and that. I don't think he's saying that, to be
What's
honest.
he on?
Too much.
I couldn't imagine.
6
I don't know,
years where
but
I mean,
it's a lot.
they were saying on Talksport.
I'm saying it's him and
Over two.
it's gonna be out of him and
Must
Trent
be.
in it basically.
It should, for me, it should be.
I was saying, oh, hold on, highest paid defender.
That's what they said
In
Chelsea's history.
On Chelsea's history.
Oh, okay.
What, some more?
Raw. So more than. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
different generation now.
That's what I'm saying. Back then,
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah.
Different
like,
generation.
he was probably earning like 100 grand a week, and that was
that
like,
was
rah.
top money then.
Now,
innit?
man, are looking at like, rah.
100 bags fam.
You better double that.
I can't even buy a Euros.
It's like I heard that Villa kid that went to Chelsea. I heard
Chuck.
he was asked. Yeah, I don't know how to say his name. He was asking for a lot of money at Villa apparently, and obviously they said nah, so they sold him.
They was talking about that the other day on Talksport, saying that Chelsea have signed all these young players, who will never necessarily play or start in the first team, but they're doing
That's
it. Like,
always been their thing though.
they're doing it like
Yeah.
it's like buying watches, and you buy it, you put it down.
Yeah.
But-
Still
Golden
keeps its
value. Sell it.
and
Was
sell
it someone sent in our group that they had like a video basically of the Chelsea training ground of all the players leaving, and there was basically valuing all their whips that they was coming out in. So we had like Tammy Abraham at the time, man's coming out in
Oh yeah, I remember.
GLEs and like
Yeah,
not even like
big
GLEs,
whips,
like what
It
it's
was
like the top
G-Wagon and
yeah,
G63s.
G wagons, yeah, basically the top models. Obviously, man's coming out in Phantom drop tops and all this, that, and the third. It's like, hold on, you've not even started yet.
Yeah, it's mad.
You get what I'm saying?
But the first player that I knew about from Chelsea that was on big money was Ruben Loftus-Cheek
Yeah.
years ago. But
Yeah.
he was on stupid money.
Yeah, because
I
he
could
was
imagine.
a star boy
Like,
before we got
stupid
injured.
money.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I won't say their names, but a couple of years that I played with back in the day went to Chelsea and got silly peas from then at like 16, 17. So
Mad. Yeah, I know. Even with the school I went to, sixth form, a couple of players that was there, they got moves. You're talking like 16, 17, 7.5 grand,
A week.
15 grand a week at 17. And that's
Stupid, innit?
Imagine being that money at that age.
like
I was
one
losing
of
16,
them players, then
I was
what,
loose.
5 years later, came on loan to Notts County when I was there,
Yeah.
and hadn't played for however long, and was still just living off the interest from his.
And I suppose in essence you can't knock them for getting the bag in it, like because it is. what it is, innit?
Yeah.
So what are you saying about the bag? Is it too much?
But I was gonna say then before we even go there, then you have to think in this generation now. Remember, half these youths will play football, but football's not their job. If that makes sense, they'll use football as a stepping stone to something bigger. When a man was talking about Jesse Lingard,
Yeah.
even though
He wants to be a
older,
dancer.
That's
and
the
that.
thing,
Like-
though. He said
Yeah.
that.
Good. That's what a man said first.
Right,
to be a
but
dancer. Man is saying, yo.
more money
Man said that,
from
sir.
TikTok than
Yeah.
he's ever got in all his football years. So
Yeah. He's created a brand in it. Obviously, he's got
he's
the
got
J
the
Links
he's
thing.
got the Be Yourself. I think that's his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The J-Lings. He's got
Yeah.
TikTok now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all of this is after the fact though, because like when he first come onto the scene with playing football and that, these things weren't even a thing. Like
Yeah.
that wasn't.
Yeah.
That
So he's
wasn't about.
lived through the
So you
two.
could never think, oh, I'm gonna get into football to do that.
So he's the transitional one though, when it's
So he
Yeah.
just thought, yo, I'm more than just a footballer. I've done football now. Like I've made it in football.
Yeah.
But what's next?
and there's nothing wrong with that. And I think this is
Nah, that's
where
the best way to be,
And,
'cause-
and the old school pundits don't like it for the fact of
Yeah.
thinking this should just be a footballer, shut your mouth and dribble. Like,
Yeah.
Ron
Yeah.
said, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But
But
no,
nah.
I'm bigger than that. Like, we are the sport, innit?
Yeah, exactly. But obviously, like for him when he first come on the scene, like young players are not coming into football thinking, I want to be an influencer or I want to do this or whatever. It's
True.
let me do football, and then obviously after that, I'll worry about that later. But right now, let me do.
Do you think football is such a dedicated, like there's so much discipline, dedication that goes into it that it's hard to focus on anything else?
100%.
So when they get the chance to do something else, they snap at it.
Yeah, like my advice to any young player now would be to put the work in early. So when you get to your 23, 24, you're already set. Because if you've made your debut in the Premier at 18, by the time
5
you get
years.
to 23,
Yeah,
you're set.
especially now.
You see what I'm saying?
But a lot of players make
You
their
won't have to make
debut
your
so
debut.
young, and then they fade out.
Being real, you can you can be a millionaire without playing in Prem or even making 100 first team appearances. It's mad. But that's the age we live
and I
in.
think what you're saying about that is where you got something to fall back on, because it's a double-edged sword, and because they're saying one essence they don't want a gas going where you live in a bubble, you make all this money, when your career's done, you're left to the elements in it. So if you've got something to fall back on and something to dedicate yourself to afterwards, what's the problem with that? So it's a double. It's actually two, innit?
Like, I think you gotta have a good people around you and a good base. You need to have like Cristiano Ronaldo, for example. When he came to United, the first thing he did is invest in himself.
Yeah.
Got his own chef. He got his own trainer. All of that. First one in that training, last one out. So by the time he got to 23, 24, he was set.
Bad man.
Didn't have to do nothing else.
Yeah, because I watched the Man United documentary. He was talking about he went to the man at Carrington and he used to train behind us. He said he wants to be the biggest and the strongest footballer, and like the man thought like, what you on about? And he says no, he's deadly serious. I rate that.
That's what I'm saying, and that's why he's the guy he is today.
Mentality, innit? Definitely. Mentality.
Longevity as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's still not the GOAT, but but the GOAT worked hard too. I'm sure.
100%.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So
100%.
obviously that's something that young players aren't doing now. Like if I could go back and take it back from when I started, I would have definitely been putting in that work from then. I'm one of the same as these youngsters now that are take it for granted almost. You don't realize what you got until it's gone.
A lot of the young footballers nowadays just, I think when I was younger anyway, people wanted to be a footballer because like, yo, you love football. I'm not saying people don't love football now, but you want to be on football.
More image thing now.
TV.
Yeah.
Now it's the lifestyle.
Yeah. Because when I was young, I didn't see outside. I didn't see Dwight York on telly, other than if he was playing football, bro.
Yeah, real talk.
But now
You see them everywhere.
They're accessible more, innit?
man's more accessible, so you're gonna see man's house. You're gonna see
That's what I'm
trainers is
saying.
wearing. You see what got like. When we was watching football, man wearing them big basketballer suits, fam, walking. The big cut Jones, you get me, fam. Like,
This I say, cause like obviously like when you was at in the academy now, when you're at Wastels and that, you see the first team, it was a big deal. I don't think the youths now think, that's.
And it's like you said, everything's desensitized now. Where
Yeah,
you have
it's
to
just
impress me more now. Like,
yeah.
hey, is that it?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Show me more, innit?
but back in the day, it was a big deal. Like
massive.
even if you go to another academy, you're playing there and you see their first team at the training ground, and like, wow,
yeah.
that's blah blah. You know
I
what mean?
remember. Well, I'll tell you after, but yeah, I was on his name after, but yeah, I remember he came to when we was at Russell. He came with some boots that he got from a player, like had his initials and that on him.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo,
That's what I'm saying.
my man gave you the vapors, fam.
That's what I'm saying.
Mad thing, but I guarantee.
Yo, there's some boots that goes now that belong to man that no one even want, fam.
Yeah.
Try to
Bro,
give away and that the
I know
boots,
what I'm
signs,
saying.
everything.
I ain't bought boots, no lie. Seriously, probably 3-4 years. I just get my footballers. Now, if I was younger, getting boots off footballers, I don't want to wear them.
You don't put them in a box.
Keep it in a box, you get me?
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
I think it's just like, it's so normal. It's mad how
Like, yo,
times
just it.
change and that
Give me
now.
your used
That's what I mean,
boots.
Because the opportunities that youths get now come so much easier than when it was back in the day.
And I suppose then it shows you, like you said, is in one essence, like again, it's, I use the word double-edged sword, like, because they're so accessible, you know it, then I can be my man. So I'm not going to glorify him to that degree where I know if I do certain things, I can be.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
does that make sense? Like in that essence?
100%.
But it has its pros and cons,
Cons,
innit?
yeah.
It's one of them ones. Right. Let's talk Premier League.
Go on then.
Let's not.
So is this week 6 now? Week 6 just gone.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's just get it out of the way. We can start with Haaland. You might as well start with Haaland. You might as well just get it out
Start
of the
with
way.
Haaland.
He's got
Yeah.
more goals than my team has points. And I don't want to have to
Guys, we're not talking about our team today.
so
Yes, we are.
obviously Man City, Haaland doing a mad thing.
And Braz is gonna owe me a food.
That's how it's going right now.
Hold on,
Unless he gets injured.
I'm getting us some food.
What's the
And,
deal?
and if
It's
you
alright,
lose,
man.
he's getting us. I'm winning with you.
I order more. It's alright.
What's the deal? What's the deal?
I'm side the table.
So I was one of them man that said Haaland's gonna come to the Prem and he won't score more than 20 league goals.
Mad.
He's halfway there.
He's
Exactly.
halfway there.
And they bet on it, Tazz, and I've just said, right then, if he wins, I'm eating. If he wins, I'm eating. So
Let-
Oh,
let-
yeah, halfway. You got
I'm at the table anyway.
Yeah, man.
Like, my reasoning was because when people play City, they play low block, no spacing behind for him to run in
Yeah.
like he's been doing that in Bundesliga. So I was like, you know what? I think he might struggle. First season, it's all right, cool. He ain't gonna get more than 20 league goals. Right now he's on 10. He's 6 games in. But watching him, his movement has been crazy.
Yeah. And going off what you said as well, it looks like when you see him play, it looks like obviously not. Teams basically saying, "Go on, Haaland, go and score goals." It looks like they're opening up more because some of the goals he's getting, they're
Is this-
actual proper striker goals. I don't know if everyone remembers. Remember when Dirk Kuyt scored a hat trick against Man United, They're all from like 6 yards.
Shaki brought that up.
He's
No, but I know the game you're on about because Dirk Kuyt wasn't a goal scorer like that.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
all these goals
Except
were
against United. Yeah, I know.
6 yards out.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
The furthest one out was maybe like 7 yards, maybe.
Yeah, it was like a fox in the box, wasn't he?
Literally, and
Yeah.
he's getting in spots, and
His
he's a goal
movement's
scorer.
crazy still.
Yeah.
I can't lie. I don't think a lot of people are gonna say, yeah, I knew he was gonna score, but nobody thought he was gonna score 10.
No
these
way.
ratios.
No way.
No chance.
When the stats though, but
But he said he's doing.
So remember the conversation when we said about he only had 2 touches in the game or whatever it was.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
crazy
yeah,
stat,
yeah,
and
yeah.
This is exactly what I was saying. Like you're not employing him to just.
To touch the ball and
Yeah,
that.
You
Yeah.
just want him
He's
to
there
go
to
and
score
bang
goals.
goals.
By the way, let me clear up. I
100%.
did not call him a fraud. I said he was rubbish because he had 2 touches. I'm just saying, I'll just raise the eyebrow like, huh?
But for what reason?
Just because I've never heard of a striker having.
You
that
have.
who?
Lukaku.
Yeah, but I just expect that from Dunny.
But he's a goal scorer as well.
Man like Tim's.
Yo, but Lukaku's got good
Man,
goals,
like
man.
Tim's.
Huh?
Lukaku and Martinez at Inter Milan prior to him going back to Chelsea.
Yeah.
He had very good link-up play there.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I'm just
When you
putting
say
that down to
good
the
link-up
league.
play, what we saying? He controlled the ball and passed it to someone.
I'm saying
Syria.
I'm saying
You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm
what?
saying he got but
Syria
He got hold of the ball and laid it off.
Lukaku controlling the ball is a good thing.
Yeah.
Because people say you can't do that.
Does that count as good link-up play?
I would say so. I'd say them two had a good
Are you
partnership.
capable of
I think
controlling the ball
Martinez
and saying,
complimented him more.
Then
So does that
Then
mean you
making him-
automatically have good hold-up play?
Not necessarily.
That's what I'm saying. There's man in the Oakborn that can do good link-up play. If
But
that's
he-
the standard.
Okay, but he done what he was brought to do.
Score goals, that's what he's brought to do.
But he got assists as well, so he done more than what he was brought to do.
One of
Do
the
you know what I think
stats.
about Lukaku? I think the Lukaku thing is he scored goals at every team in the Prem bar Man United.
He scored Man United second season.
that's
First
the thing.
season, he was mad thing.
I'm sure it was
It's-
goals.
it's
It's when
goal
he
scorer.
second season he changed to the Puma Johns, and then he just all went class from there. But the first season he was on smoke,
Yeah, okay.
shocked.
His hold-up play and link-up play was the same both seasons.
And then obviously
He scored
last
more.
season at Chelsea,
So I was thinking of more towards the Chelsea.
yeah, the Chelsea thing is
The
crazy.
Chelsea one's a bit mad still.
Chelsea just got the curse for the 9s. I'll be honest.
Yeah, that man took Tazz and died.
And Shevchenko,
died.
Kesman,
Crespo died.
Etu.
Yo,
Died.
even Pato went to Chelsea.
All right then, mate. All right then.
Bro, what happened to him?
Chelsea
Bad
said
man.
So
everybody-
basically, after Drogba, there was nothing.
There was nothing but
Well, no. Diego Costa.
Diego Costa.
They're talking like come back to
He
Wolves
don't-
now.
he don't-
He's going.
mix
Oh,
up.
well, I think the next
Yeah,
24
yeah.
hours,
Yeah,
yeah.
free agent, innit?
he just needs to get fit.
He's going to be a nice.
He was a menace, you know.
Bro.
Horrible. Nasty piece
He was
of
like a
work.
dumb Perkins as a striker.
Basically,
Nasty
basically.
piece of work he was.
nasty man.
Absolute S.
But yeah, obviously the big game, sorry, for the weekend was Arsenal Man United.
I watched it, but I didn't watch it. Kind of, I was busy talking. At the
Obviously, Arsenal fans were singing that they won the league because they won 5 games. Don't blame me, blame yourselves.
See.
Which
Don't
is
know why they do
brazy. Which reminds me of the old Arsenal. That's what they used to do.
They always
what
do
I'm saying.
it.
So
They always do it, and I don't know why.
called
I
it-
don't
how long
understand
ago?
why.
Twitter is going to be. I said Arsenal. The proof in Arsenal is when they start their European campaign, Thursday, Sunday.
Yeah.
If they can do that, then credit to them. I don't think they will though.
Credit, obviously, say they've got injuries now, but prior to injuries, I seen a picture of like basically 2 squads because they've got a big squad to be fair. And if you look at their group, they've got PSV, Bodo Glimt, and I don't even know somebody else. They're most likely going to win their group. So they can probably do it, but it's just if they start getting injuries and they're gonna have to start using their players for Prem in the Europa, then they're gonna struggle.
And if you don't, that's what all the other big teams do anyway.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
that makes sense. So it's welcome to the club, innit?
rotations is very important, man.
Because they only had Prem games last season.
But I rate them. I give them how they were going on prior to that Man United game. Is they look good.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
they look good in the Man United game. Like to be fair, they outplayed Man United.
Did they? So I was
Like
watching
for me,
it, semi-watching
Odegaard
it,
is the key to them.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Without him, everything's falling apart.
and
But I feel like I said this as well. I feel like he tries too much sometimes, because I know that I don't watch him a lot every week to have to say certain things. But there was times in the box, like yesterday, he had it in the box. He tried to do a flick.
He should have
Why
put
did
it
he
across the
shoot?
box. Yeah,
Or
or-
he should have
yeah.
shot. He's tried to do certain passes, but I know he's got it. I know he's got the ability because he can do it. But I just feel like
Time and
if he,
place.
time and place and that, and it's. But
It's
he does look
interesting
good.
to see as well. Like obviously, he's been a wonder kid from 19. How long?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everyone runs on FM and gets him back in the day, but
Oh come on, yeah.
and he's been around the world. Like this was a Real Madrid player.
Was
Yeah.
Sociedad, he was at a few teams.
Bro.
Innit? Like,
Yeah, he's been alone to
Goals,
everybody.
Real
Yeah,
Madrid
yeah.
player. You know what I mean? So it's good to see his quality for football.
Technical ability is mad,
Yeah.
and it shows as well. Like he could actually, I feel like he don't need to. He's a captain, but he's one of the few players in the Prem that actually lead by example as a captain, based off how they play.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Definitely not
Footballing
Bruno.
ability rather than vocal. You know what I mean?
100%. But yeah, obviously ended 3-1. Marcus Rashford with the assist and 2 goals. Played well, I thought.
He's listened to me dissing him for how long?
You didn't think he played well?
It's Rashford and he's mad, man. Like I think he scored against Liverpool, and like he's having one of them seasons that Fernandes had 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Numbers. I know you're gonna say one stats. Yeah. Numbers. But his overall play, like how he plays, he's not been great. Like you're not thinking.
Yeah, he hasn't been his best.
But are you not the one that was saying stats don't lie?
They don't lie. That's what I'm saying.
So how can they not lie? But it's lying.
It's not lying.
You just said he's not playing well.
About the overall.
If his overall play is not good, then he's not playing good.
But I'll tell you straight.
So the stats are lying.
I'm talking about his development. I think Rashford, for me, he should have been on par with Mbappe, and if not more.
From when he's younger.
I said he hasn't progressed realistically since he was 19.
I put that down to environment though, and that brings it back to our convo when back a day. Mbappe's in an environment where
he can flourish.
He is doing a mad thing every week.
And he can do what he wants.
There you go.
But that goes back to what I said about being able to play with a freedom and confidence.
There you go. In the Prem, there's a lot more pressure.
I think that's why a lot of young players go abroad.
100%. And I encourage them to. But I think the only pressure PSG have is Champions League.
Yeah, because they're
that's it.
Every time, innit?
Does Mbappe turn up?
More time. What have they haven't won it?
So they didn't turn up then?
All right then.
Well, who did they lose to in the final?
Bayern, innit?
Bayern.
Mad thing.
That's just a well-oiled machine. That's German.
And they're looking very well.
They look dangerous this season. Though. I'm at PSG by the way, because Bayern have been looking a bit. They started well, but
they got the goal back now. That's why.
People are not talking about it no more. You know.
That's what I'm saying.
People don't want to talk about Messi.
Exactly.
I haven't heard anyone say a word about Messi.
He's doing what he's supposed to do.
I'm saying that. Even
last season he wasn't doing what he's supposed to do.
Last season he wasn't getting the stats to back up what he's supposed to do.
What was that though? What did you say?
I said, bun the stats.
Sorry, I had to get you. Set you up the money.
I hear that. Him not getting the stats made people that don't like him get on him even more.
Yeah.
It's not that he wasn't playing well. It's just he wasn't putting up the numbers that people expected Messi to do in that Tutus league.
But the same people is the same people that saying that Cristiano's doing this, doing that. But then when he's not getting no stats, I don't see nothing.
Yeah, not at all. This season, zero goal involvement.
Yeah. So I'm saying if when Messi was on the bench, a couple of games and that, look how many people were piping him. Your goal can't even get in the team.
The mad thing about that is though, that's just the generation we're in, innit? Like we're forgetting that because these players are so good and so consistent. If they have 15 minutes of the game where they're poo, if they slip up, it's like.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
What was the stat someone put in the group the other day that Mbappe and Haaland would have to score like 44 goals for the next
10 seasons for them to get
Ronaldo or Messi, just shows you into perspective like, yo, let's chill out.
Exactly. Haaland's got 34 to go and he'd probably get that.
Yeah,
he probably will this season.
Yeah, Haaland will score a ridiculous amount of goals.
I think he'll do well.
Mbappe, I'm not convinced.
They did say, I think,
really?
they said
Wow.
Haaland,
not long term.
You know what?
Yeah.
You don't think he's a killer in front of goal?
Nah.
Is it because he plays in the French league?
Nah, just because of his actual gameplay.
Nah, they said Haaland is the only player statistically at the moment, how they're trying to project his thing of how he's gone from being at Salzburg to Dortmund to City now, that he's the only player statistically and projective wise that they can say will be on Messi or Ronaldo greatness. Mbappe
goals wise,
they said Mbappe will fall into like the Lewandowskis, the
Neymar,
what we call the aliens and the greats, and like
the elite man them.
But speaking on PSG, you see when I watch like highlights and that, Messi looks like he doesn't care. That's what makes him so good, you know. He looks like he doesn't care. The penalty came up. I remember where Mbappe missed the penalty, and then another one come and Neymar said, "I'm having it." Messi, he brushed past Messi. Messi wouldn't even question taking the penalty.
He said still in Barcelona, bro.
Cool.
He's like, yo, I want to go
back
back
to
to
game,
Barcelona.
he got like 3 assists. Like it's just.
Yeah.
Messi's got to that point where he just does it naturally, and
I think got nothing to prove, innit?
Nah, he's
chilling, man.
He's dry chilling.
He's just
to play like that and chilling.
He's just the goal.
I genuinely don't know how people can actually watch them two play and think Ronaldo's better. Ronaldo's a better goal scorer. I'll give him that all day. Putting the ball in the back of net, you'd want Ronaldo. Clutch moments, fair enough. But a footballer, it's clear.
Yeah, it's chalk and cheese. Chalk and cheese. All right, cool. The other game was Brighton versus Leicester.
They're looking good, man.
Brighton are looking.
That disallowed goal, man, I feel for him.
McAllister?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
They are looking a European spot.
What was that one now?
The rocket, the volley.
rocket top
And
bins.
did they give it because somebody was standing like
Offside
across the
and-
road? Offside,
yeah.
innit?
Yeah,
And
I
didn't
don't
touch
like
the
this
ball.
one.
But did you see his free kick?
yeah, same thing. Mad thing.
That's what I'm saying. But the free kick weren't even as good.
Yeah, the
That
volley
don't
was
make
a
no
madness.
sense.
The
It
volley
shows
was a
the levels
madness.
in the Prem this year, you know.
And it
These
also
are
shows-
ballers, man.
Part of an England job.
I'd take him. I've never
I did
liked
say it.
Geezer Gareth.
I think that's a downgrade for him. I mean, I'd rather stay at Brighton.
Nah, Brighton they are a really good team. I think they're well structured.
And
it's not
considering
easy.
their play, two of their best players are gone.
Best
Yeah.
players.
Well, who Morpay?
And
Nah.
Oh,
No,
Morpay's.
no.
Oh, Basuma's gone.
And
Cucurella.
Cucurella.
Oh yeah.
And
Well,
but they have-
Cucurella ain't really fitting at Chelsea at the
At
moment.
all.
At the moment,
They were
At the
talking
moment.
about- I
You'd
don't
think
know
he
why
just
they
came
bought
from
him at
Spain.
Chilwell.
yeah.
You'd think.
And they've got Chilwell there. I didn't understand that purchase.
Yeah.
But
To me,
I
it just
seen
seems
them
like their
there, they were
transfer
both on the
policy's just
pitch.
been a bit.
Say again.
They were both on the pitch, were they?
Who?
Chilwell and Cucurella.
Was he
yeah,
playing
yeah.
part
Because
of the back three?
they went Cucurella and let's say Thiago Silva and obviously they got Fofana now
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, yeah.
And then
That's a
have
sick
Reece
buy.
Brown, Reece James.
Wrong player.
Reece Brown player by the way.
Wrong
Great player by the way.
Yeah.
Reece James and then had
Remember
Chilwell.
him back in the day?
Bro.
Yeah, I'm blues. Yeah, Chelsea's transfer policy just seems all over the place at the
Yeah.
minute. I don't.
Do you know, I've never got.
Not what they're trying to
It's when they
achieve.
say, "Oh, we've got no midfielders," but you've got like hundreds of midfielders. Like,
Yeah, but and they've got talented like the Anjorin they had. I think they've sold him now. He was 23. He was a baller.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Bro,
they've had.
Billy Gilmore.
Yeah,
They're so,
he's
to
going.
Brighton?
He's going Brighton.
good move.
I don't know why they're so Billy
Oh,
Gilmore.
I rate of Kovacic the way he carries the ball. I think he's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kovacic, he always
Kovacic
turns
a
up against
baller.
Liverpool, man.
Yeah, Kovacic, you got Jorginho, Kante. They've still got my man on the books.
Loftus-Cheek.
Everton, Danny. What's his name? The
Uh,
Everton starlet years ago. What's his name?
Barkley.
Barkley.
Yeah, he's gone now though.
He's
innit?
gone. He's
Where's
gone
he
on a
gone?
free. He's gone on.
They released him, innit?
Mad.
Mutual
Yeah. Where's he
Oh
gone?
yeah, they terminated his contract. Yeah,
He's
yeah.
gone somewhere else. Somewhere weird.
I think he's gone
Spain.
now.
Oh, yeah, they only released
Nah,
Danny
he's
Drinkwater
gone
the
somewhere
other
Spain
day.
or something. Innit?
Is it
Danny
done?
Drinkwater
Yeah,
was
but
still
I
there.
mean, he
Done
posted
deal.
something about that, saying about it never worked out for him.
Never
Blah,
worked
blah, blah. They got Gallagher.
Yeah, Gallagher there as well.
I don't think he should have. I would
I
have
would
done
have done
Palace.
Palace. I would have done Palace. I would have done Liverpool.
Would you have though? If you was
No,
him?
okay. If he was him, probably not. But
From the outside looking in, you'd be like, yeah, go.
yeah,
But from when you're getting told you're gonna get a chance at Chelsea,
And you're getting Big P.
Yeah,
and this
I
is the
hear
club
that.
that you love and you've been at for how many years?
will he get 90?
And that's why I
every week?
respect Zaha for doing what he's done. Because man always says Zaha should get a big move to a bigger club, but
But he's done it already though.
and he's the
in
big,
the-
and he's the main Danny at Palace, and so
Yeah.
he'll go down as a legend.
But
At
then
Palace.
people always ask, "Oh, has he got any ambition?" Because really and truly, what will he win at Palace?
I mean, he's
Carabao
happy
Cup?
in it.
Maybe.
You know, he's happy.
He's happy.
Well, if he's happy with that, then
Is he
fair
happy
enough.
though? He don't look like
Wow.
it.
Well, a Man City plays like somebody says something.
The players that got around him though,
Yeah.
like Eze, Elise, even like Mateta and Edouard, they're good players. In the
Bro,
I don't think he's happy about having that kind of competition almost. I think he likes being the main man in it.
Main guy.
It still is
So,
though.
He is at the moment.
Bro,
but
he's
in
30, you know.
2-3 years time, them man are gonna
Is
overtake.
he?
bro, he's 30.
Yeah, it's been about for a minute. Because remember he was at Man U when
he's at
Moyes
Man U,
was there,
isn't
innit?
Yeah,
He's 30,
18,
bro.
19 or something. 'Cause
So-
he came out and said something about that as
He's
well.
3
when-
or turning 30.
Nah, he's 30, bro. So he ain't no young fish no more, fam. Like, man,
So what, has he
he's-
got one more move in him?
To where?
He'll
this,
probably
this
go
last
America.
this next contract is his last one. So
That's a big one anyway.
And that's why even if you the only team you could try and mention that where you could go to would be somebody like Newcastle, but they've already got.
He can't go
Man City.
Newcastle.
No, I'm just saying it, but
Newcastle won't
that
want him.
type of team, innit?
yeah, I don't.
Nah, he can go to a Brighton.
Who's
Nah,
Newcastle?
they wouldn't
Newcastle signed. What's his
I
name
don't
in it?
Isaac.
Isak.
Nah, and Donny from Burnley. That Burnley signed Cornet.
And me. Oh, Maxwell Cornet. No,
Cornet's
he's
at
Aye.
West Ham.
he's on West Ham.
Oh, is it West Ham?
Well, he scored and he got disallowed, I think.
The
West
volley.
Ham.
Oh yeah.
No,
yeah,
have
yeah.
you seen that disallowed goal?
Which
the
one?
Chelsea one.
The
No,
Bowen one.
Maxwell Cornell's. I think Cornet scored, but it was disallowed. Wasn't that not on the weekend?
Oh
With
yeah. Mendy's acting.
I don't think that was a penalty.
Nah,
That
nah,
wasn't
nah,
a
nah.
penalty.
Is that when
No way.
Bowen supposedly fouls him?
Yeah.
But he didn't foul him. He didn't even stamp on him. He was just like he was running and he hit his shoulder and
And I think another bad one.
be a
was-
Nollywood.
Actually, you're gonna get to it anyway. With the
If
team.
you look at all the skills, I mean, all the players that are in the Prem now, like just to try and compete for one extra position up, you have to sign like a great player.
Yeah.
Like the levels now in the Prem
Yeah.
are mad.
And a lot of players are coming to the Premier League now because I think I saw a picture the other day. The amount of Brazilian players that are in the Prem now.
Said it.
Yeah.
I called it.
Everyone's coming.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to
Listen,
come
I
to the
used to
Prem
love-
now.
I still don't
Fam.
think they're gonna win the World Cup, though, man.
I've got them as dark horses, man.
Brazil.
Brazil, bro.
They can't
I've
even
got-
be dark horses.
I've
They're
got-
too big a nation to be
I've
dark
got-
horses.
Nah, man, they ain't done nothing in
They're always,
ages.
they're always one of
Argentina.
the favourites because they're Brazil.
I think Argentina are gonna do well.
I hope so.
They're another one. They've got a hard-working team, and
They
they
got
know
the
who
goal.
the main man is.
They got the goal, so
Them,
I'm
Di
hoping they-
Maria,
It's just their defense.
Alvarez, Argentina as well.
Which
Man
one?
City.
The Man City
City.
one? Yeah.
Yo,
If it-
he
yeah.
is a
I
player,
I think
by the
their,
way.
their
problem.
letdown's going to be their centre backs, isn't it?
Romero's good though. No, is he?
They got Romero, but who else to partner him? There's no other than
Nah, they got Martin, isn't it? A menu.
Oh yeah.
who, Tyrion Lannister.
Rah.
Yo, respect my CV, please.
Hold on,
Sorry,
weird.
I had to get one in there, man.
Respect my
Last
CV,
week, man.
please. Respect my
He's
CV.
he's an upgrade. I'll say that still. He's
Yeah,
an
100%.
upgrade.
Keeping Harry Maguire out the team, bro. So
I'm just glad
Same,
he's not
I
on
as
brought
you
him
do.
on and then I seen him get the armband back on and I was like, yo, I'm not giving you the armband.
Bro, listen.
Bro.
Like, they need
Games
to
already
sell him,
started.
man. I think Leicester
started
might
another
need him.
FIFA career just to sell him, bro.
No, but you just touched on to my point of saying how many players I know are great and how good the Premiership now is. When I play career mode, bro, you normally like I like to be a small team in the Prem and sign the stars from Europe. There's no stars in Europe now because they're all in the Prem.
Facts.
Mad, bro.
Big facts.
So even though you're gonna move on, I think Leicester is struggling. You know,
100%.
one point in what
6 games.
5 on the bounce. But he never got.
like it.
Rogers never got backed in the
Yeah, they
In
said
the
they ain't got
window?
no fees.
You
innit?
know,
Nah,
that'd
but
be
yeah,
mad.
they're in debt in it because even after the Fofana deal and all that, they think they're 160 something in the hole.
Does Tillman stink or got to play? Because how's my man going for 24 mil and nobody wanted to touch him in that transfer market?
So how much is it?
I don't think Leicester
24 mil.
Did Leicester?
That's what I
I
was.
don't think Leicester wanted to let him go because I think.
But
But then again, I seen
He
clips.
was linked to Arsenal.
and he
innit?
looks like
He's linked to a few clubs, isn't it? I know United didn't want
I
him
was
at one
talking
point.
about-
Liverpool. I think
Okay.
Liverpool as well, but you know what
don't know.
Liverpool are like. We didn't start. We didn't. We took someone on loan.
We got
I think there's
Arthur.
concerns around obviously like his work rate off the ball.
Yeah, I saw a clip the other day.
Yeah.
He was running down the ball,
Yeah.
and he just looked. He literally was running like this,
Yeah.
and then he just stopped running, and they conceded.
Some pro clubs player.
So yeah.
Sorry, guys,
Obviously onto Liverpool.
I told you,
Thoughts?
I'm on loan at SLFC. this year.
Obviously the league is gone now.
I don't think so.
Nah,
So
they-
what
Do you wanna
are
know-
you
do you wanna
saying
know
then?
why I don't think it's gone? Because you saying that they think the league's gone. You obviously think we've had a terrible start, which is true.
Yeah.
We're only 5 points off Man City
And remember, we're the only team.
But why are you saying Man City? Why not Arsenal? They're top.
because we all know we're only 6 points.
Nobody don't rate Arsenal, you know.
No, it's not even that. I just think Arsenal.
You don't see them as a threat.
Not okay. They're good, but I don't. You know what it is? I could be wrong,
Yeah.
but at this moment in time, it's only ever been. Okay, not only ever been. The last how many years it's been
5
Liverpool
seasons.
and Man City.
And consistently, we're the only team that could go on a 10-12 game winning streak, and Man City.
Do you think obviously Mo Salah is out of form?
Oh, he's showing his true colours.
I think everybody's out of form.
Okay.
I can't say. It's
Do you
true
think he-
colours,
obviously
he's
he-
bagging.
That Arthur Melo, is it?
Yeah.
The Brazilian,
Arthur.
yeah. Is that a panic buy, you reckon?
Oh, did he go through? You got him?
Yeah.
He
loan,
came on. So
He's a good
basically,
player, man. I like
a panic buy. Well, Klopp went through the whole of the window saying we don't need no midfielders,
And then everyone got injured.
and then he basically turned around and said everyone was right. We do need a midfielder. It wasn't a panic buy because we loaned him. I think they're looking at next year. What they basically said is we don't want to buy a midfielder now because if we buy one now, then who we're going to buy next year, and if you buy one, what we're going to do with the one we just brought, etc., etc. So they've loaned him, and then they're basically saying they've already basically said we're going to get Bellingham next year because Dortmund weren't willing to lose Haaland and Bellingham in the same window.
season.
Klopp has never got. He's only got a couple of transfers wrong. Every other player that he's bought has fitted the system. And when we bought Simicast, I'm like, who's your man?
Yeah.
True, I said the same thing.
Decent left back. Like Kanate, when we bought him, man, I'm like Kanate, man's a big donkey. Bad boy centre half. That's Van Dijk's ready-made replacement. But we just haven't got the stupid readies to throw at players like other teams can. Where Man City can buy Ake for 50 million. All these stupid defenders for 50 million, not play them, and like.
Hold on, they bought Akanji as well. I just realised that.
Yeah.
Donny from
Dortmund.
Dortmund.
From
Yeah.
Dortmund.
Bruv, they're killing it.
I remember they bought Donny that from Leeds to sit on the bench.
Calvin Phillips.
Calvin Phillips sit on the bench. Like,
Has he even played yet?
no?
Now 1 minute.
Come on. I think he might have come on maybe.
But
Like
they-
30 seconds.
Yeah. a massive hit to the system is obviously Mane's gone, and then trying to transition to play Darwin. Like, where
What's your thoughts on Darwin then?
does Jura still out for me? Because I haven't seen him enough. But for me, Bobby has to start until he transitions in properly.
My thoughts. Okay, so I'm happy with Diaz as the direct replacement as left winger for Mane. He's ridiculous.
Yeah, I
him, Harvey Elliott, probably our best two players.
Yeah. And tell you who we're missing as well. I rate CJ, Curtis Jones. I've said Curtis Jones probably one of the two best footy players
good.
in the Prem.
See,
He'll
Curtis
keep
Jones
going.
is good as well because he offers more than James Milner.
Yeah.
James Milner's a versatility player, innit? I'm happy for him to be in the squad when someone else, but I don't want him coming on when we're chasing a goal. Or I don't want him. He shouldn't be starting for our team.
And I can't get the bit where he keeps taking Trent off, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I think this
At 58 minutes as well. I couldn't even leave him on 2 more minutes, get my clean sheet points and that.
We're getting cocky with it, like where we're putting, we're expecting to get a result.
They make 60.
We're expecting to get a result where, alright, then we're thinking about playing him in the Champions League. I'm saying bond the Champions League, bro. Like, we need the points now. And
Exactly.
Let's not worry about the Champions League on Tuesday. I want the points now. But
You guys playing tomorrow?
I think it's
Wednesday, we got Napoli away.
Woo!
And that's what I'm saying. That's a cauldron, you know. That Maradona-esque stadium.
Did we lose there last?
Been a couple of
We
times
lost
where we
there?
got good results
probably.
there.
We lost there 2-0. I'm sure, 3 years ago.
So Chelsea playing tomorrow.
Salah
Dortmund playing tomorrow. City playing tomorrow.
Salah played in the home game and we won 1-0 the year we won it. And he scored.
There's a mad group in this, innit? There's a group of death, I'd say, innit? Yeah, Liverpool's group's hard still.
People said no, but everyone was saying Liverpool got the easy group. I said no.
So who's in the group?
Rangers won't be an easy game.
Rangers,
Like,
Napoli,
atmosphere will
Liverpool,
not-
At the
Ajax.
Ibrox.
Ajax as well.
Yeah.
To be fair, group the Barcelona, Bayern, Inter, and that Victoria.
Oh yeah,
Prison.
that Pilsen. You know what's mad?
They'll
I
set
guarantee they
points,
get a point from somewhere. They'll get a point from
Victoria got
somewhere.
into that picture.
They remind me of remember Sharif
Yeah.
when they beat Real Madrid.
Yeah. Was it 1-0 or something?
No,
man?
2-1.
2-1 in it.
Oh,
2-1.
the goal,
I wanted-
the goal.
wanted the goal. Yeah. The goal was a mad thing.
PSG, Juve, looking spicy.
Even that group's hard.
Is that this week? That's this week, isn't it?
Yeah, Wednesday.
PSG Juve.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
To be fair, I've watched Juve.
Is that tomorrow?
That's Di Maria versus
Wednesday.
PSG. That is
But you say, just saying that, touching on Juve, Pogba's done, innit?
Done, bro.
surgery. I
Juju
read today.
fam.
He's done, innit?
Juju,
man.
bro.
I'm sad, man.
Alright, what's going on with his brother though?
Yeah, I need to see what I'm going with
Basically, man saying apparently what I've gathered is that I don't know the full story, but from what I'm hearing is that Pogba saying man try and rob 2 million from him and that.
The brother did.
Yeah,
Nah,
blood or
that's
someone.
I've heard a different story. I've heard basically his brother's been part of a blackmailing gang. They've said this gang has said that they've protected him secretly behind his back
From
for however many years,
Who
and
said-
now
Pogba, sorry.
the
Paul Pogba,
protected Pogba. Behind Pogba's back, and now Pogba's got to pay 30 million. But I don't know how true this is. I've read so much stuff. I've read he's gone to a witch doctor, all this stuff. I don't
And he
know.
banged Judge on
Is that
Mbappe.
where the judge just talk? Oh, okay, that's where the judge
Yeah,
Twitter talks coming
he's
from.
so mad. But I heard
okay.
he's admitted it to police that he's gone to a witch doctor, but something to do with not to help him with injuries and stuff. I don't know. It sounds so mad.
Sorry, PSG Juventus tomorrow, 8:00.
Beautiful.
So
Yes, but it's not going to affect my commentary, so
But
that's good.
touching on Nunes, going back to Nunes, yeah, he's very dopey. If you see it, like he reminds me of Lukaku. He
Yeah.
does remind me of Lukaku. But one thing I will say that he does, he's always in the right spots.
So when you say he reminds you of Lukaku, in what sense?
As in,
donkey.
if the ball could come to him, I feel like I could hit the ball cleanly,
He could kick
and
his
he'll
left foot.
slice the ball, or he'll kick his left foot before he kicks the ball.
Right, yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of player.
Yeah.
But he'll be in that position.
So
Like,
it's clumsy.
you look against Everton, he hit the crossbar.
Yeah.
He had 2 opportunities for a header. You look at games like the Fulham game, even the Palace games, he was in positions.
Yeah.
Like he's the kind of player he'll have with the creative players around him, Robertson, Trent, Thiago, Salah, Diaz. He will get loads of opportunities, and he might get 6 or 7 chances a game, but he might only score 1.
I think he's
But
one of
he
those players,
scored.
well,
That's the kind of player he is, 100%.
So he's a Bundesliga kind of player.
He's a Bundesliga kind of player. He
Has
scored
to be.
like he scored 34 goals last season
Mad thing.
in
But should have had
in the
95.
Portuguese
That's what
league.
you're saying.
He probably could have,
Potentially.
but he was a goal scorer. And even when he came to Anfield in the Champions League, bro, he ripped us apart.
I
He
remember.
ripped us apart, bro. He scored a couple offside goals, but the finishes
Were
were
decent.
ridiculous.
And there was the one where he shot and Alisson got down.
Yeah.
Save it,
Good
I remember
save, yeah.
that, yeah.
He ran us right.
He just said he's a good player. I just think take time in it.
Yeah.
As
I think
as everyone wants a player to just come and just hit the ground running.
And
Now you
can't
need
be
to
getting- he can't be getting rattled that easily. I'll be honest.
I don't think he'll do that again.
That's the Suarez thing.
You
isn't
hope.
it? That's that.
I hope not. But
But you think
I remember Klopp basically come out and said every time he sees him, he high fives him and he slaps him around the neck just to make sure that he don't do it. I think he'll learn, and
Young.
everyone knows it was dumb. He's young as well, so
And I
that's
think
what
that's
I
what
want.
man forget as well. Remember, you move into a completely different culture. The pressure's on you is mad, and you're a youth.
He can't speak English.
Yeah, like you're a
It's like
youth.
Anthony.
How old is he?
21.
21.
I think 22.
Like-
Yeah,
22, 23. He's young anyway. He's younger.
Like, I know I was doing it 21 on the football pitch, and that was with no cameras, but it was so it's
Yeah,
big,
it's
bro.
all
That was
mad.
with no pressure.
Who you got for the league then, Taz?
If I'm right now,
Top
if
4.
I'm
Give me
going
top
off
4.
in order.
Yeah.
Man City, Liverpool.
So the title is gone then.
I don't think it's gone. It's something's going up right now. I'm just thinking about my team fully fit, and the chances of my team being fully fit throughout the season is quite minimal because it always happens. Whereas if Man City gets some injured players, bro, they brought De Bruyne on the other day at 5-0. We brought on James Milner at 1-0 down. Like the levels is completely different. It's completely different.
Saying that goes like, we think because there's so many good players in the Prem, we think the league's competitive. It's not, bro. It's a one-team league that we play, and the last 5 seasons have showed that.
And many people have said if Liverpool hadn't, I think personally, I don't want to say overachieved, but to keep up with Man City and to be so close, to have 97 points and not win the league, or to get so close.
Spending budget, and that's why I say Klopp as a coach is one of the greatest coaches, because if he had that budget and could do that, bro, we'd be flying.
Like if we wouldn't have had Nunes if we weren't saying we had to sell Minamino, Origi on a free.
Minamino was sold.
Yeah,
to
we
who?
sold Monaco. We got like 15. I think we doubled up on him. 15 mil. We got 17 mil for Nico Williams, Nottingham Forest, and we got 34 mil.
Oh, it's permanent. I thought he was on loan.
We got 17 million for him.
And we finally got rid of Grujic as well.
And then we got rid of him as well.
The keeper.
Jesus. Nah, the midfielder.
That he was supposed to have been like the next Modric, but Modric.
Yeah, he went level.
And then Mane as well. That paid for Nunes. Our owners, we only buy when we've made the money to spend it. We don't spend. We don't hit into our net spend. I think I read something over the last, I don't know, could be wrong.
You like a franchise now,
6-7 years. Our net spend has been under 30 million. Like that's ridiculous for a football club.
The books are balanced.
You like run a franchise thing.
It's
American
really
owners, isn't it?
That's how you should run a football club when you look at it in hindsight. But I don't want my comparison.
You want the money?
Get me. I want to be able to say, like Man City can tell me, just 100 million on Grealish.
Correct me if I'm wrong. We don't get excited on deadline day, innit?
No.
I haven't been excited on deadline day, bro.
Don't
for
correct me.
about
I know,
4 or 5 seasons. We don't buy no one.
We know no one's coming in unless somebody leaves.
Yeah.
So going back to your point about Klopp.
One team. Go on.
Is it not a skill to be able to spend the kind of money that Pep's spending and still being successful?
No, Chief, because if you think about this now, right then, it's like if you can afford to buy a £50 million defender and it doesn't work.
The reason I say this is because
he's molding a team.
Look at like PSG, for example.
Yeah.
You've got unlimited money. Why have you not won a Champions
But all
League?
their managers.
But Pep hasn't won a Champions League.
And this one
He's won a Champions
with
League.
Man City.
No, with Man
I never
City.
said with Man City. I just said in general.
But Pep's job at Man City.
I'm just talking about the actual ability to be able to build a whole squad and make it better than what it was.
If you can waste 200, I get your point. And
so
it's
even at Bayern, for example, he's made an already successful team even better.
But
he didn't
do it anything better than what's his name?
I disagree.
That was before him.
I disagree.
Mancini. Was it Mancini?
No.
Flicks or whatever his name.
Flick.
Oh, Hansi
Hansi
Flick.
No, it was
you're not Bayern?
Yeah, it was. I know he was just the.
Yeah, but my man in it.
But the job he was meant to do is, and what Bayern wanted was the Champions League, and if you think about this, in Spain, Barcelona was always going to win the league, and with that, if you've got Xavi, Iniesta,
old 10 Barcelona was mad thing.
like that you're going to win it every year, and so his ultimate job was to win the Champions League, and let's be honest, when he's gone to Bayern Munich, the similar thing, Bayern Munich are like Man City, well, they were always going to win the league, and
I think they won it like
5 times. Yeah,
Dortmund are there to make it look good, but they're not going to compete. So his job was to win the Champions League. He's come to Man City, to a team that's already set, and they've got a foundation. They've already won the Premier League a couple of times. De Bruyne and then bad boy.
I get that, but my point is more of everywhere he goes, he makes them better.
No, footballing wise, he makes them better. But it doesn't necessarily mean they're doing better as a club. Then, if that makes, they're already winning titles at Man City. Yeah, the football's better.
And he inherited a good team, you know.
So he's bought the consistency.
So like with Man City, for example, before Pep, it was kind of they might win it there, they might not. It's not.
No,
but now when Pep come, it's like you
now
expect them to win it and do it in a way where man are like, right,
but to back the
Pep
point,
changed the way football is played.
100%. What I'm going to say is, but then the club don't mind giving Pep 50 million here and there to get it wrong, because they know that when he does get it right, it will click again.
Yeah.
Other clubs can't afford that.
This is what I'm saying. So for example, Mancini.
Yeah.
They was never going to give him the same kind of check.
Now they're going to make him buy Sanga instead of buying Kyle Walker, like one of them ones.
Yeah, I'm saying, so that's what I'm saying.
He's a more caliber manager.
Is it a level of manager that you have to be before you can get the open checkbook? Because I'm saying if Klopp comes to Man City now, would he have the same kind of?
I think he would do, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's tested where he's bought. Remember, every player that Klopp's bought, hasn't been name brand. He's made them name brand afterwards.
I agree. Klopp is a top manager.
Bar Thiago.
Thiago's probably the one name brand player that we've bought.
He's back in training, by the way, everyone. That's why I let you know he's back
But
in
I think
training.
other than that, I think every player that Mane, will everyone laugh when we paid 30 million for Mane. When we bought Salah, they've gone, who's Salah? Robertson, they laughed at Robertson, bro.
Definitely laughed at Van Dijk.
Yeah, Van Dijk, they thought, who's the donkey Van Dijk they bought? Like, every player, bar Fabinho, when we bought, because even when I bought Fabinho, I've gone, we bought Fabinho, bro. That man's sick,
Yeah. To be fair, he came from a bad boy team as well. That whole Monaco team was nuts.
Yeah, nuts. But we both got valid points, but I think the Man City can afford to waste 60 million here and because if Thingy don't work out, what's his name from Leeds? I keep forgetting his
Calvin
name.
Phillips.
If Calvin Phillips don't work out,
They'll go and buy someone
I'll
else.
go buy someone else.
And they'll stay there as well.
Where we can't afford that. If we make a bad signing like that, where like Naby Keita 52 million, we can't get rid of Keita.
Money dash down, money down the drain.
And bro, he's not even in our Champions League squad.
Money
Therefore,
down
he
the
ain't playing in the
drain.
Champions League this season. He's out for a long time.
And so I know because we rated Keita when he first come when he was at Thingy. He looked like he was
Leipzig, he was
Leipzig, yeah, he was. Yeah, it's mad.
same thing as Werner.
But you know, yeah.
German tax, bro.
The thing is, I think if you
Thing
signed
is,
Werner, he
Werner,
would have been good.
thing
Sauce,
is,
yeah.
Yeah, I think he would have been good.
Werner went back and scored a hat blood.
Bro, he's a
But
mad
that goes back to the confidence
Yeah.
and playing with the
Massive.
freedom.
Yeah, agreed.
Because when he was at Chelsea, you could tell nobody wanted him there. He didn't feel wanted.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be on the pitch.
True.
He's hitting the bar from underneath the bar.
Oh no, bro.
Like that can't happen when you're flying with confidence. Like Gabriel Jesus, full of confidence, playing the best football of his life. Still not levels, but playing the best
I
football
know
of his
Ray
life.
was like, my man's like a rash.
Like I said,
Bro,
like,
he's
Rashi's-
strong, you know.
yeah, like I said, he's.
I reckon he bunks you off the ball.
No, you mad?
Hey, where's your arm going? That's a big nibble that is. Big nibble. Gavin's fishing matchy. It's a big nibble
Sorry, I
that
got her a few times already with it. I'm 4-1 up, so it's cool.
that's a big nibble.
So yeah, as I said, the Premier is looking very spicy. But yeah, back to your top four. Obviously, you had Man City,
Liverpool. I'm gonna go. I can't see Chelsea turning. No, okay, no, I won't say turn it around. I'm gonna go. Man U, Arsenal.
Yes.
No,
And then United.
huh?
United in the top 4, yeah.
If they, you know what? If they keep, I can say this about anyone. To be fair, to keep playing how they're playing, yeah. But I just think they can now because when you look at like clearly Ten Hag's got a. But anyway, would you say did Solskjaer have this kind of start?
Yeah, he had a mad start, remember?
You know, mad start.
He had like,
Yeah,
what, 10
but then
games
he
in
fin-
a,
well, he
10
fin-
games in a row, something mad.
Did he finish second in his first season?
But he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, first
Solskjaer.
season he did the mad thing.
I think Ten Hag, yeah.
I mean, he went unbeaten away record last season.
Oh, yeah, it was
mad,
mad.
innit?
Yeah.
Season before.
Again, Bundesliga stats.
Yeah.
Like he's bought, like he's out in Casemiro.
That's
Who's
massive,
yet to
that is.
start.
I thought he would have started yesterday,
So did
but
I.
yeah, it's to be fair, I like Ten Hag because it seems like he's one of them old school disciplinarian man where it's like, yo, if you play well, then you'll start in it. Obviously, Elanga had to get dropped because of that.
Yeah.
I don't know
So
how
dro-
he's anywhere near that team.
Elanga,
Yeah, personally.
What, you rate him?
I think he's a workhorse. To be fair, but I just think,
No. Do you rate him?
I mean, he's young.
don't
yet.
rate him.
This is what I'm saying.
Do I rate him more of what?
No,
we-
don't try. Do you rate him, yes or no?
He's alright.
Is he good enough to play for Man United Football Club?
No, but
Alright then.
Selfish as a football fan, I want United to get Champions League because Champions
Yeah.
League football at Old Trafford's sick, man. I was you watching Andy Cole and Dwight.
And I know I
Yorke,
haven't all the Arsenal fans, but I want Arsenal to get good as well. I want Arsenal to finish 4th.
Yeah, I want it to be the
As
top. I
long
want
as
the top
United
four to
finish
go back to
above
top 4.
top four. It wasn't like the original
But
one.
you know what? Oh, I forgot about Tottenham, you know. Okay,
one Tottenham.
they're looking
Spurs are
funny as
Spurs,
well,
you know,
though,
man.
man. But they're unbeaten.
Conte
but
like
they ain't. To me, they ain't really firing either though. So there's
Nah,
still more to come.
Son's been quiet.
They're gonna base their whole league campaign around that Danny that I don't like that plays up front for them, that England guy in it.
Mr. Harry Kane.
You know what, Harry
I
Kane?
don't like.
Has he got
it.
MBE
I don't
or
know
what?
it is,
He's knighthood
bro.
yet?
I just don't like the geezer, bro.
So
Is he
what
Sir
did
Harry yet?
what has he done?
He scored a couple goals, isn't it?
Yeah.
Remember got Golden Boot in the World Cup, innit?
Yeah, I've never liked
Top bare penalties, innit?
One of them hit off him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Scummy player. Nobody why I must say stinky stuff.
So
So is it a case you don't rate him or you just don't like him?
I don't rate the whole agenda around him, innit?
yeah,
Because he's the poster boy. And
But
that's what I
is
said.
that down to him though?
that's normal though.
I'm gonna
It's not
say
his fault.
He's
Exactly.
gonna be that,
it's
innit?
privilege, innit?
They've always had it.
But there's always
And they
been
always will.
Before
Exactly.
that, there was
No,
Rooney.
So he's no, but Rooney deserved it.
Before that, it was Bex.
There's
Before
always
that
been
was
a
Bex
Shearer.
got it because of his trim.
Bex
Allow
deserved
it.
it. Rooney
And
deserved
his
it
tech.
because they were ballers as well.
Yeah.
For me, bro, Harry Kane, bro.
You're saying the
you
four
don't
stick,
think
the
he's a
four.
baller?
Son's the better player in that team. Bro.
Yeah.
We're talking about the England team now.
I don't rate
Sterling's the better
support
player in the
Ireland,
England
bro. I
team?
told you.
Sterling's the better player in the England
Yeah,
team.
but we know why he ain't gonna be
Obviously.
star
And
boy.
so I say privilege, and it's what I don't like because how's Sterling?
Sterling got
carried
gun
that
tattoos,
whole-
bro.
Sterling carried our whole campaign in the
And
summer.
he born in, yeah.
Ain't it?
And he's got a gun.
That's what I'm saying. He got gun tattoos, bro. He ain't been the
Like,
star
and
boy.
that, I just don't. For me, like they big him up too much, but when he doesn't do that much, bro.
Next it'll be
My eyes.
Foden.
All right then.
But
They already done it.
But Foden's a baller,
Yeah,
so
Foden's
you can kind of take that with a pinch. But Harry Kane for me, bro,
Kane's good though.
Wait. Stick a pin. The rise and fall of Dele Alli needs to be spoken
brother,
about.
I feel
He
sorry.
scored the other day.
Born the
For the
stats.
six But he scored.
I think that shows. bro.
What does that mean? That means it's good now.
No.
Does that mean it's good
What
now?
I'm saying is, it shows that this kid's struggling, whatever. He's obviously gone somewhere. He's only on loan as well. So
Yeah.
Lampard's basically said, go out there. You're obviously going to do bits over there because you're in the Turkish league. Come back and then we'll see. He'll either A, up his price tag, or B, get him back involved.
They're trying
Because-
to
Or
get his
C,
mental right, ain't it?
He should
stays out there and goes even more
have
tools.
stayed in the Prem.
Nah, I don't think he would have done well in the
And
Prem.
went on loan.
Prem
Like,
for
But
who?
what you
see
said
what
the other day,
Zaha
Who would have
and
took him on loan?
someone like Brentford.
No.
I think he's the epitome of mentality and football I don't care about because I've got money now in it. Because Dele Alli, but 3 years ago,
Marino would have helped him.
since he signed that boohoo deal. he's gone Curtis.
Marino would have helped him.
I called it years ago.
You
watch
should
the
have went Roma. Yeah, you should have went Roma.
did you
No,
watch
no,
the
no,
All
no.
or Nothing to
Yeah,
Mourinho?
I did. Yeah.
Jose is not
and the
taking it to
conversation that he
Roma.
had with him in the room, you can see that Dele Alli's just like that. It's like it's not in the room with Jose.
Yeah.
Jose saying you could be.
You saying about-
Dele Alli's supposed to be for me, but one of the first names on the team sheet.
So it goes to show like when the All or Nothing came out, they had a conversation with
Yeah,
him and Harry Kane.
Yeah.
The difference in the mindset.
And that's what
Is
I
the
can,
difference
and
between
that's
them.
what I won't knock Harry Kane for because he's consistent in his mindset. He's
You know what I'm saying?
decent.
He came in there and said, "Yo, I want to be the best player in the world."
Yeah,
My man come in and said, "Oh, you need to do this, you need to do that."
yeah.
Okay, fobbed it off. Now man's in Turkey or wherever he is.
I think ever since he got that, he got the bingies in it and was filmed, and he hasn't been the same in it. Man was like this.
But even before that, it was Tutus.
Yeah, it's mad.
Like that was just kind of like
He just
kept
had a,
him- kept
he just
him
had a
on
good
the eye line,
season.
but then
That
was
one season he had was
he
then
was,
you-
that,
You told me he wasn't good.
that.
What? How can you not
Not
have
having
that?
that.
Though,
he had a good
Chief?
season, bro.
No, he had good stats.
Nah, he had a
He
good
was
season,
not
man.
good.
Chief, you tried to tell me he wasn't good at beating a player.
He wasn't because he met a couple people
Bro,
and that.
he used to skip past players for fun.
No, he
Dele
didn't.
Alli
He used to
did.
do megs because he knows he gets on YouTube and TikTok and all them things.
But that's skipping past the player.
No, it's not. Because half the
Nah,
time
he
he's
had
doing
a
it going
good-
the
he had
wrong
a- He had
way.
a good season, man.
He had a very good season. Remember that goal against Palace?
He had a
bad
good
boy.
season.
So
man.
remember that goal.
Yeah, I'm just naming one.
Why don't you say remember that game? Remember this when he done Nathan?
Because you know what it was? I'll be
Name
honest,
one
I'll
game.
be honest,
No.
I'll be honest,
Wait there.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't-
No. Wait there. Turn off his mic. Hold on. Wait there.
You can't treat the guests.
Nah. Let me say this point first.
Hey, Taz, take back your hat. Take back your hat, bro.
Wait, can I have that one as well?
Name me one game where you saw Dele Alli run the game.
His debut for England.
Lies.
He played well for that. He played well that game.
There's never been one game where you've seen him
I
run a game.
wouldn't say there hasn't been a
There's a
game
lot of
because
players like that, though.
Dele Alli has been decent.
And the Otutus?
So what player are you rating? Just
Tell
Messi.
me. Nah, obviously. What position would you say Dele Alli is?
He's a 10, obviously, but
Yeah.
So if you're a 10, there's
10
got to be at least one game where you've bossed the game.
I can't
we're not
remember any because
Tottenham fans.
I haven't watched all the
Nah,
games.
nah,
but
I'm not a Tottenham fan.
I'm
though.
going to say
We're all football people in here.
on match of the day
hear that.
highlights I've watched in previous, he's bust more than one game.
He has.
And
can't
that
say
in
he
that
hasn't.
particular
Alright then,
season,
and I think the point we can make then, the fact that his name's relevant and the fact that we're talking
But his
about
name's
him,
relevant because he scores goals. He
No,
got
but,
stats.
but even so though, but again, he has the ability in it to get to where he was. Remember, he come from MK Dons, you know, to
That was the last time he was good.
so
Dude, you can't.
Chiefs ain't easy, you know, bro. It's
No,
easy,
he's not.
though.
He's not. Because he was better at Tottenham than he was at MK Dons. How can you say?
No, it wasn't.
that? He went in a harder league. How many leagues did he go up?
a few.
3 leagues.
Nah, there was champ.
Was it?
What was there?
Champ.
There was champ.
With the champ. So he went up. He went up a league.
Nah, they weren't champions.
Nah,
There was
No,
League One
League
or
One.
champ.
League One.
Nah, there was League One. They got promoted to champ when he left, obviously.
Yeah.
I think he came back on loan though. But
For the first one
irrelevant.
straight away.
Irrelevant.
Either
He's
way,
not
and
good.
then he went up
Yeah.
into the Prem and he played very well. He was obviously, as always.
It was him
hit
and Harry
as wanna
Kane.
be.
Son weren't even in the
Yeah.
picture them times.
Nope, not having it.
Donny was just, you know what, never
I
mind.
think
I would even.
do you know what? We'll agree to disagree on that one. But
Yeah.
Dele Alli should. and still at the age where he could.
But I think
could turn around.
He's only
that's
26.
due to as well football changing, and now is a
Remember we retired at 30?
dying. There's a bunch of players that used to be
In Turkey?
6 number 10s,
Like, they're not-
and they're no longer sick at all. And I don't think he can fit in anywhere.
Isn't
Hamas.
any number 10s in the Prem anymore?
Hamas, yeah, Dybala, Dele Alli, Ross Barkley,
Yeah.
What's this list? What
the
no,
10s
you're
that
right.
were like.
bro,
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah.
huh?
This guy.
What?
I'm saying football's changed in terms of there's no longer any number 10s.
So I'm saying there's no 10s in the Prem right now.
Well,
The closest thing is Odegaard.
Odegaard is a 10.
Coutinho.
And what's he done?
And no, Coutinho died.
He ain't been good since he left
He's
Liverpool.
left footed. He's a left winger.
He should
He was alright at Bayern. He was. Don't you dare. He was good at Bayern. He was okay at Bayern.
Good.
He was
Oh,
good
all
at
right.
Bayern.
Which one is it?
He was good, man.
He's on smart
Good,
today,
but good
No,
isn't. But
I'm
good.
just being honest.
He was good at Bayern. Not
Y'all got
not
your
as
Liverpool
what he should have
gases
been.
on and that because he was a legend at Liverpool and that. He trying to give him a
Coutinho, like
good
they
way.
said, he should never left Liverpool.
I agree.
He was a legend at Liverpool, but then he left, and then Salah come and
Reminds me of Kaka.
Yeah.
When you left AC.
It just hasn't been the same, has it?
Ooh, Kaka.
Yeah,
So
was
I'm
it the
saying,
same?
like,
Chief probably turn around and say Kaka wasn't good either.
what?
Because he can't buy him on FIFA.
Because they put us that. You read Kaka?
Kaka was special.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Listen,
Best through ball ever.
Like,
Oh, from when Kaka
they up
left.
there.
You know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Was that when
You know about Hernan Crespo.
Yeah.
2005.
Yeah.
You
Don't do
remember?
that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
No. They're forgetting that they made Rio Ferdinand and Yapstam headbutt each other.
Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
didn't watch that game.
Hold on. Roll to the clip.
No, no.
Kaka, AC man against Man United.
I remember
Run
that.
the clip in it.
No.
Yeah.
Like Kaka hurt me in 07, you know. Is that when I belonged to Jesus? Remember that? Damn. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
What a player.
But
But,
yeah.
Anyway.
yeah. All right, cool.
We're not
So,
going to talk on that Liverpool 2005.
it-
We the team we beat.
Smicer and
Well, you couldn't
them.
win the Prem.
Wow.
Anyway,
Champions League prediction, Taz. Who you think's got it this year? No games have been played yet. But
I earlier, a few weeks ago, just basing it off what I've seen so far, it's a bit cliche really. I think PSG.
yeah, I'm going PSG as well, man.
I do
okay.
think PSG.
You
I just
they'll
think
do it this
certain.
season?
I think
The
Messi's.
GOAT, man.
But yeah,
The GOAT.
he's hungry, man. And Neymar, bro.
You sound
Neymar
smart.
this season.
I hope he
But
takes him to World Cup.
I genuinely feel like if anything's gonna stop them from winning the Champions League, it'll be Mbappe. That's
Why?
what I think,
Why?
bro. Because he wants it to be about him.
Yeah.
That's why. And he can't win the
I'm
Champions
with him
League.
on this one.
PSG is gonna win the Champions League.
Oh,
So
he might not be there soon. Them Qatar owners have their way, you know.
well, he just literally just signed a new
He just
deal. So-
signed a deal that says I own the club.
Yeah. So
I own 52%.
think for
You
him-
answer to me.
for him to get out of that club, someone's got to pay some.
Well, he's on how much a week? $1 million.
He can't leave that club.
$1 million a
can't.
week.
He can't.
Where can he go?
That's you'll end up like Ronaldo. You can't leave, bro.
He can't go nowhere.
No one's gonna pay you wages.
He cannot
Yeah,
leave that
myself.
club.
You're gonna have to take.
And he
a
will have to
massive-
give himself a new contract.
Someone took a massive pay cut to go somewhere the other day.
You severed their contract, man. Bellerin left his contract.
Yeah.
It was about 33
Bro.
million. He left to go Barcelona. No, was it Barcelona?
No
Yeah,
extension.
no.
Yeah, Bellerin severed his contract.
Maitland did Maitland. No, not
Marcus
Maitland.
Alonso went there, wasn't he?
Teti severed his contract to go to a Turkish club, I believe.
No, he's gone Lise or something, innit?
Oh yeah.
Lecce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But aren't they paying like certain amount of his wages?
Bro.
But because they can't.
I
So I'm saying, man are taking big pay cuts. I think Bellerin took a massive
Yeah,
pay cut
Bellerin's
to go
about
Barcelona.
27-30 million. He just said, let's sever my ties. I just want to go there. And he's only got a 1 year contract at Barcelona.
no
I'm
ex-
surprised he didn't go to Betis.
No
That's where
extension.
he come from.
Yeah, but it's Barca though, innit?
I hear that, but they signed a lot of players.
Because they've registered.
A lot.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll be honest,
I'm
if I
assuming
was
the
a
registration issue got swept under the
multi-millionaire,
carpet because
Again, another one.
I'm going Barca. If you just say yeah, oh.
you can
Like,
do well.
Do Aubameyang, do
Oh.
6 months and then cut.
cut, fam.
It's on my CV now.
He went for free though, innit? Didn't it? Did he go for free?
Nah, they
Aubameyang.
pay him. Sure, they
like
pay
10
them.
mil or something, isn't it?
Cheap.
10 milli.
Yeah.
That's an easy. That's an easy raise.
That's a nice
That's what I'm
ring,
saying.
that
Do you
is.
think he'll do well at Chelsea?
Nope.
Nah, I don't think they'll ever.
If I do well,
You're just
So
doing another one.
So what's Aubameyang's
who's gonna
strengths?
cater him for? I'd say finishing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dortmund
But he ain't got no
bagsman.
pace no more. So
Yeah.
Dortment bagsman.
Alright.
Bagsman at
He's
Dortmund.
not. He's not.
it's finished.
I think he's done, bro.
Do you know it's a good move for him monetary wise,
Of course.
and like
His family must be fuming. I got to move to Spain,
He probably
And
still
turn
has
this
the
into
house.
money.
and then
they
still,
never,
yeah,
they never moved to Spain.
But then
Yeah.
I saw his dad lives in Spain.
yeah, true.
At least that's what they told the press.
Who's catering for him? Havertz.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, wow,
What's
Havertz
the
is
Chelsea starting? What's the Chelsea starting 11, bro?
I don't
Like,
know.
yo, the
I don't
Yeah,
think
bro.
Tuchel even knows he's starting.
Yeah.
I know Fofana's in there.
Reece James, that's about it.
Well,
Find a left back or right back?
I think he's right centre back, isn't he?
Yeah, centre-back, innit?
He'll go right centre back. He'll have Thiago Silva in the middle. Then he'll have either Koulibaly or Kukurea, and then he'll have Chilwell or Kukurea. What?
Yeah.
One of them's not gonna play.
And
Fulham's
that's
not
mad.
gonna play.
Remember, they still got that striker's name, Borja.
Oh yeah, yeah. He went on loan
Why
to
you've
Southampton.
bought my man, Aubameyang, when you got was it Borja?
Broja, Armand Broja, something like. He was alright at Southampton last year. to be fair.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know you're talking about.
Man,
Yeah.
All right, PSG first. Right.
Does everyone agree on PSG by the way on that?
I'm on a Bayern Munich.
I'm on a Bayern Munich thing now.
Mane can't do it still. Mane, you know, yo, that
Bro.
will burn, man. You know.
Mane,
I'm just slapping Liverpool on the way.
Mane,
Quick hat trick.
We'll probably get them.
Sane.
I hope so.
We'll put. Ooh, they've got Musiala's good.
The whole team.
Gnabry's still there.
Gnabry's
Yeah,
there.
signing new deal.
Alonso
Kimmich.
Davies,
Yeah, it's long.
Kimmich.
It's long.
You get me? And still got the mountain in goal.
But they don't have the goal, so it don't matter.
Anyway,
PSG.
keep it
Let's
moving,
go.
Man. She had
I don't know. I would say
everything's
City, but
goal, you know.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man. I don't think
Is
so.
it not-
You want to say City, but
No.
because
I'm
of-
just even gonna
Is
throw
the
it in there.
previous-
Is he the goat? I want to know Big Fast's opinion.
Who, me?
Who's your goat?
My preference has always been, I says Ronaldo, and I think it's just based off of just Messi's. I don't know what it is.
When
Mentality.
you say Ronaldo, you talking about CR7 or you talking about Ronaldo?
No, the goal of all goals is R9, bro. There's no comparison to R9
Okay.
and in any form of football.
'Cause I had this conversation. Wow.
Remember, I'm older in it, so for me,
Yeah.
R9
'Cause
is the goal. Bro.
this made me feel old because obviously I'm at kidding now with a lot of young men,
Mhm.
and it's beyond their even thinking to even question R9 and CR7. Like CR7's that far ahead of R9. It's like
And do you know
how
what that
you
is, though?
even
That's
Which is
That was
understandable
wild to
because
me.
they didn't watch him.
And
Like that.
remember, this is a generation now where a lot of these youth them base football on FIFA in it.
But even his FIFA cards higher than CR7, so I don't get it.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Like,
remember,
it's like the best icon on the game.
Them man wasn't even conceived
Yeah, I
when
know,
R9 was
I
on
was gonna
things.
say, I
So-
bust mine in a pack the other day, I got Prime R9.
Sir, Dad.
I got the picture and everything. I'm
See, me growing up, I didn't watch a lot of Ronaldo because obviously I was young. But one thing I do remember about him: step overs and goalkeeper.
Keepers always got sat down.
But the thing
Bro,
is, even
I've
his
never seen a
YouTube,
man-
his clips and that are better than
Mad-
CR7's.
mad.
So I don't understand
Yeah, he's
what
ridic-
you going off. Like,
ridiculous.
You type in R9 in YouTube, bro, and
There's two guarantees.
you seen Beer Man getting skin out, bro.
The sun coming up in the morning and R9 sitting a keeper down. There's definitely
I
two.
hear that. That Brazil when he was it? Did he play with Rivaldo, Ronaldo,
Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho?
Well, I'm going to show my age now. He was in the World Cup 94 team as
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
where he was Bebeto and Romario, and he was there, bro, amongst some.
How old was he
guns.
then? 18.
17.
Where do you that rate? See, I don't know much about Romario. Is he
Romario.
up there?
He's above me. I didn't
that's,
really.
That's more fuzzy.
See,
Oh,
my
okay.
guy, see Romario for goals,
I'm 90s, baby.
consistency. Like Romario was. Like, do you know like one of those balls on the outside of the box? Everybody else would want to smash it, and the only way you can score is a toe poke.
Yeah.
Romario was that cheeky, could toe poke it, and then like his football brain was.
That's probably where R9 got it from then, because
Yeah. He played till he was like.
that's what I'm on.
42, innit?
I've only seen
know.
clips in it. Like,
Yeah.
I've never watched him
the
live.
no
innit?
back lift toe poke.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. That was it. Like that was a Romario technique.
Yeah, mad.
Mad.
Yeah.
Ronaldinho, Chelsea.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
went- putting that toe poke outside the boot.
This I was just about to ask.
Outside the
Is that a toe poke?
We had the vote already.
And what was the verdict? I can't remember.
The people voted that it was a toe poke. to be
All
fair.
right then. Because you were trying to say it wasn't in it.
Yeah, I was saying it was more like a swerve.
It was a toe,
thing.
fam. Call
You
it
know
what
what
it
was
is.
safe? People, when people say toe poke, they're thinking the two big, the
Yeah,
big
the big
toe.
ones.
It was a toe poke, but it was the side toe.
Nah,
like,
right.
it was-
Yeah.
I'm saying, you know the
That's
core?
exactly what it is. Yeah, bro.
Where it was the side.
It was like the inside of it, innit, you get me?
It's still a toe.
Yeah.
It's still a toe
Alright.
poke, but it was a
know,
techie
you
Might
toe.
not have been the big toe, but it's a toe.
You know, you
Yeah.
play football in school with the kickers, and
Yeah.
it was a bit square.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. That's what it was like. That was mad.
Yeah.
That goal, I remember watching that game in my mum's room. That goal was crazy.
Because the pictures look like a sand pictures.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
That's what the man is saying, that they done it on purpose, and it to try and put a Barcelona up.
That was the was it like a what colour, like a cream? What kit was
Yeah,
it?
it was like a gold.
That's a golden thing, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kit.
Mad.
And the whole stadium just went quiet, innit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
man.
mad, it was
There was
mad.
always, I
sick,
remember
man.
those 2 goals from those couple of games. They had the Essien one outside the right foot as well.
But didn't Lampard do one? Where was that one? Where it was like on the touch line, on the corner line, the goal kick. and he's basically
At
turned.
Barcelona.
Was that at Barcelona?
Barcelona was it?
I can't remember.
Don't you remember that goal?
I think
He was on the goal line of the keeper, and he's basically like kept it in and then just kicked it and managed to get it
because
in.
Victor Valdez was in goal. And
Yeah, that's the one.
Remember he played for United? That's mad, you know.
Yeah,
Victor
no,
Valdez.
shout.
I tell you, before we move on, I'll tell you one goal which we forgot to. Papa Cisse.
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Yeah.
Mad.
Well, I'm gonna throw one there. Oscar against Juventus, Champions League. Do you remember that?
Which one was that?
Bro, he took the ball around Pirlo and he's whipped it
Top
bins.
bins. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's one of my favorite goals ever, to be fair.
He should be coming back somewhere.
He was in China.
Yeah, he left now.
Yeah.
He made
He got paid.
100 million, 400 million or something like that.
You know what he made?
Yeah.
Mad.
And there's still
Over
young
5
enough
years,
to
isn't
come
it?
back.
And he's still 30.
Why are you not playing in China?
Huh?
Why are you not?
They didn't call me.
Would you go? Honestly.
100 mil.
Nah, okay. Let's just say it doesn't matter. Does it?
If the money good, I'm gonna.
I do SLS in Mandarin, bro.
100%.
Yeah, facts.
That's how big gun.
This one is mad. Right, onto the Sunday League roundup. So we're gonna go through the league. Obviously, Sunday League is back yesterday. Obviously, all the build up to the season. Now,
It's been mad still.
it was a crazy first week.
Oh, yeah.
So
I was gonna say SLS back at work, but you didn't really have time off.
Tazz, I checked it, bro.
He had a quick
Listen,
2 weeks.
it wasn't even 2 weeks, Chief. It was
About 10 days.
7.5 days, bro.
it's mad,
But you
it's
know
mad.
what? Everything happens for a reason and everything's working out nicely. But
Yeah,
the
man.
documentary took
Yeah,
a
yeah,
took
it's
a lot
mad,
more
it's
time,
mad.
but
Again, if you made it this far, make sure you like, share, subscribe.
You get me?
We appreciate the love. Share a friend, tell a friend to tell a friend.
All that good stuff.
You get me? Cool. Obviously, Oak won Prem. We had the first game was Dingle versus newly promoted Athletic Midlands. Ended 1-1.
Yeah, man.
So competitive.
That's a good
from the
result
start.
for Midlands, if I'm honest. I think I'd say.
They're a good
Where,
team, man.
where was it at?
It was at Dingle. Dingle's at home.
Oh, that's where them long throws, bro.
I'll be honest, I did film one of their pre-season games, bro, and Colin must have had them watching that Arsenal Fly on the Wall documentary, bro, because I was playing some football still.
Yeah.
Straight on.
New thing this season, yeah?
They've got that
Remix
nasty
it.
streak in them still. That's not getting twisted. You go to Dingle in the middle of November, you're getting kicked up still.
I hear that. I hear that.
And
Them man play for each other still. Them man don't play for their
they
players.
got
So it's good.
AJ signed for them as well, and they got a couple of decent signings still.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Next fixture was Hampton United versus reigning champions FC Ballers. That ended 2-2.
And I'm hearing that was last kick of the game.
I was gonna ask, was that a late goal?
I'm last kick of the game.
Why here?
I spoke to Lee this morning. He says last kick of the game for Hampton this morning.
Also,
Sorry, last kick. I spoke to Lee this morning, and it was Hampton that scored last kick of the game.
Was it against someone in the play or?
Nah, I'll give you no fairness to Lee. He was honest about it. He said they weren't really at the races. Injuries, they definitely never had a bag of players. But the one thing I say is, remember this what happened to Ballers last year where they didn't start the greatest and still won the league? Like the blue-eyed monster, bro. We're not the blue-eyed monster's got, man. Like, we're not going to miss the Elwell's got. But now, fairness, when I spoke to you this morning, he said that they deserve the result. He's not going to take no shine away from Hampton. He says, you get me, Jay Clark, and them set their stall out, and they've done well, bro. I got dying for Clark in that as well, man.
Yeah,
Big
big up Jake, man.
Big up JC, man. He's a good guy.
Cool. Next fixture, we had Power at home to newly promoted Hampton Sunday, or Hampton Senior, as we called them last season. Ended 3-1 to Hampton.
That's a mad
Tazz, what's going on there, man?
And I was there. I got there. I'd say like 10, 15 minutes into the first half, and as I was walking over, they scored a header. So
Set
they're
pieces.
set pieces.
Yeah.
They're good on set pieces.
To make
They-
it 1-0, sorry.
Yeah, to make it 1-0. They're good on set pieces, throw-ins. They're set up for throw-ins.
Mm.
Like if you got a throw-in, they'll set up as a corner.
Right.
This is $1 million worth of game here, guys. So they scored a header,
Yeah.
and then to be fair, they're a bit physical. And then Power had a couple of chances, and we got back into it 1-1, half time, and I genuinely thought that we were gonna go out there and probably win the game because the chances came. But obviously I had to leave, but then it ended 3-1, so I haven't got a clue. But I'm just hearing it was I think just togetherness really as the team. I think first game back, I think there's a lot of new players as well. We've got quite a few players. A few players leave, a few players injured, like myself. So just one of them ones. Yeah. But they got Athletic Midlands this Sunday. So
Oh yeah, big game.
yeah, big game.
Okay.
You back fit for that one or?
You playing there at their ground?
Nah, I think it's away. I think it's away. I'm not sure.
Moore Lane,
No,
I
don't
think they
so.
play at. Moore Lane, I think Hale said.
Or Moore Lane.
Okay,
The
cool,
classic
cool.
Moore Lane, yeah.
Yeah, man. Memories that does.
Yeah, man. So it all started, man.
Yeah. Next, we had Real Rangers versus Highgate and Hazelwell. That ended 4-1 to Highgate. So
Good result, that, man.
good result. That to be
Who's
fair,
the
especially
scorers?
at
Who's the
Real.
scorers?
I think what's their striker called?
Mikey got two.
Mikey.
I've said the results.
Louis scored.
Mr.
and,
Baller.
Louis finding the net.
Yeah, man.
Louis been finding. He scored in the final as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
The charity final.
Good goal, bro.
Yeah.
Good goal. Yeah.
and I can't remember the other person's name,
My phone's over there.
but yeah.
Highgate started off well.
Started off well, especially at Real Rangers pitch. Obviously, we played them in
Yeah.
pre-season. That is a long pitch.
And,
Long.
Yeah,
and,
it's-
and,
it's-
and Rangers have got a good squad, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Therefore,
we always says, man, like you see the Jordan.
So they got Seb and that now as well, innit?
Sebi and they've
Yeah.
got Sebi and Jem in the team as well. They'll come good, man. Like
Yeah, I think they'll be fine. Obviously, Highgate's always been one of the better teams in the league, so
yeah.
that's always going to be a tough opening fixture. So.
Mm.
yeah,
be alright,
definitely. And P's teams off the high of winning the charity shield the week before, innit? So yeah, man, I'm up for that.
Next, we had VIP versus West Midland Wanderers. Big game that is again West Midland Wanderers new promoted to the Prem. Last season's
Charlie
champions.
Gold, yeah, man. Charlie Gold.
A man like Charlie is the Inzaghi of Sunday League, basically.
no pace, no power, but finds the young
Finds
man.
it there.
So they score again, did he?
I don't know.
I got told to I know someone that plays. So was it West Mids?
Mm.
He told me that VIP could actually be up there this season as in the league.
Well, I mean, they
hopefully.
always are.
They always are. But I
Yeah.
think you seem confident, to be fair. Like
Yeah.
you said, they're
Yeah, I
well
think
drilled. and that.
I did tip them to be the
Based
champions
off
this year.
pre-season, and obviously I've been around the man as well. Like after the games and that, they're quietly
Yeah.
confident, man. And they've got more of a structure now where Henos doesn't have to worry about managing. He can just play.
Yeah.
They've got some of the older heads from VIP, like Kev, that's Connor's big brother, and they've got Wes, like their old guard VIP that have come back into the fold. So
Nice.
it's looking promising.
Yeah.
The league looks good this season, though. I'll be real.
Yeah.
man.
It's very
Prem is looking-
competitive
Every
league.
team in that, and especially even the Hampton scene, the Sundays, even getting that overpower.
Yeah.
That just shows then, like, he's very, very competitive.
Because
Yeah.
before you're looking at teams and like, oh, you beat them 9-0, then they're gone.
Yeah.
You lose your 3 points.
Yeah, it's
It's
mad.
dead. You can't see,
See
a team
anyone
there
folding there.
that's gonna fold. So it's gonna be a season.
No team's rolling over the season.
Yeah.
Onto the championship, we had AFC Highgate play Harewood FC.
Man, them.
Harewood won that one 3-2. Maypole United played Kings Athletic.
That's Kings Athletic, and they're the ones that done the quad last year in the festival. Remember that film with the orange kit?
Oh yeah.
That's them.
Okay.
They're
Cool.
like
On the
my,
quad?
Yeah, they're my little brothers, brethrens, them that you grew up with. And like we got Riley, Ty, Bees and them. Yeah, they've got a good team.
Okay. Ended 1-1. NSA, one of the
Shaylee.
favourites for the championship, played Rickman Rovers. That ended 5-0. So I say that's put them top there with that goal difference.
Highlights out at the moment on their channel as well.
Yeah.
Shay ain't playing, man. The day later, boss.
Um,
Turn around.
Water Orton played Pudding. Pudding beat them 2-1, and then it was all going off on
I'm
Twitter.
gonna say the man. Them ain't been easy on Twitter
Yeah.
still.
What have you been
Pudding,
saying? I missed it.
well,
Man, did-
Water Orton beat Pudding last season,
Oh,
and
okay.
Water Orton said put Pudding on fraud watch.
Oh, is it?
This time now, Pudding's beat them, and Pudding's like, yo, these man need to go on fraud watch. So
And then it's back to the
like
point
it.
where the comment sheet they're explicit and it's a Twitter
yeah. I can't even read
Yeah,
some of the
say no more.
tweets.
Say
It's
no
like
more.
that.
Yeah.
Ah.
So yeah,
We'll
Pudding
check
got
that
the 3
afterwards.
points in the end. So yeah,
man.
and then obviously the big game of the weekend, I would say,
Yeah, man.
is Vibes FC versus Trooper.
Yeah, man.
Two of the tip favourites for the league as well. Went head to head. Chief, you want to give your
Oh, Mr. SLS was there in person.
Oh yeah, true.
Let's
You know, man, I always give a fair shake of it, man. The difference that I said is I think the preparation, and we've had this conversation already off there, and I think the preparation, I think Trooper, the way they arrived, the way they turned up, the way they looked, the way they set their stall out, and remember they're a family team as well, so where they, even though they're a new team, they're not,
Yeah.
in essence, you know what I mean? Because a lot of them know each other from growing up together, and I think you, man, I'm gonna say it now. You, man, are everybody's cup final, and not because I know you. It's like the way you've come about, the way you've come across, the where you've come from, and you're always going to be everyone's big game, so everyone's going to want to shoot you down. So that's something you're going to have to expect this season.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think the only team that can beat you is yourself. You're my man, but I'm going to tell you as it is, and I think once you click towards the end of the game, you started to click the 2 goals you scored. Sorry, the
last 2 goals.
The last 2 goals, sorry, yeah. The play to get the second one, sick. To get the pen, which should have been a goal anyway. Yeah. That was, I don't know why the ref.
Madness.
I know.
What, you kicked it in the net and he blew for the pen?
Yeah. As he's already kicked it, he's blew the whistle. Obviously, it's hit the net.
Yeah.
Has to give it the pen.
Has to give the pen. But it was a good game, man. I enjoyed it, and obviously the highlights will be out on Thursday, 7:30, just to plug it. But
speedy recovery, my assistant gaffer.
Yeah, man. Big up Fanyo, man.
Fanyo broke his wrist.
We'll hold it down in your absence.
2 clean breaks, so he's out for a while. But yeah, man. Speedy recovery. CDM, man. Parallel thing.
Yeah, man.
No, I think Janino after yesterday. Janino from Lyon.
Yeah. Obviously, he scored 2 set pieces and a free kick.
Yeah. So he's actually our top goal scorer right now.
Yeah.
Nah, but like I said, there wasn't much between it. I think they've got some good players as well, man. Like they've got a bit of everything in it. So genuinely, I think they speaking to the man in the pub afterwards, they says the same thing with Buse. Will their players be there every week? If they are, then they're good to go. But if not, then it's a case of.
Well, you said they got a lot of Saturday players.
They've got a few, yeah.
That's
got a few. And you come on majority of Saturdays,
it's no games, bro.
I think that'll be a major thing where the last 2 seasons, I think for the Prem and the Championship, is showing that because a lot of the players that weren't necessarily playing Saturdays on Sunday before, some of them have got moves now, innit? So they're playing Saturday, Sunday, Monday or Tuesday. Unless you're looking after yourself and see certain weeks you will see some results and go, how did that happen? But then you have to weigh up the fact of did they have all their players there? Were they injured? Were man lagging, fatigue? So yeah, man, I think it's a good opener to the season.
It was definitely a wake up call, I'd say.
Yeah.
Obviously, I said my piece to the boys and that as well, but it's like, yo, this just kick up the arse, like, yo, it's no joke thing, fam.
Is that your training? Is that your training top?
Yeah.
Yo, who's your kit plug, man?
Or about us.
Hey, I've been saying, I said, I want to top up.
I can't
lie.
The match shoot land, don't worry about the match shoot land.
That away top there.
Got a hoodie there too. Don't worry, but
Now for me, South Africa, like everything looks good. Like I think everything's growing now, man. Like
that's what I'm saying.
It's nice.
Yeah, man, it's important, man, to make sure branding is important. Obviously, it's not no
because, like you said,
Gogness thing.
They all turned up in uniform. You get me all come,
yeah,
dressed looking the part.
Yeah, man.
You
got Trooper, man.
That's something.
They've arrived.
Man, them turned up on a minibus, fam.
Yeah. Because that's what I'm saying. Us man are coming in half year, half not year.
And I want to big up as well. Obviously, their management team, Massey, like I said, is a good guy, and I got to meet him properly yesterday. Because I like to do the rounds where I meet people that I'm working for. He's a good guy, man, and like he just said, all he wants them to do is he'll do all the financial stuff. Like he'll just turn up and play for me for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Leave it all on the pitch and everything else I've got sorted. And you can't knock that. And it showed yesterday because before the game started, you're already kind of thinking, these men are next to and unless you've got a big mentality where you can handle that.
That's what I'm saying. Because even in the team talk before, after half time, I said it.
You said it.
These are a proper team. You don't come correct, you're gonna get beat.
And that's what I said. That's why man have to respect you as well, Chief. Because like you said, you didn't shy away from it. Because enough man will try deflect it and go, them I think they're too nice and that. But you said it from the start of your man them.
Exactly.
Wakey time,
And like Braz just said, that's gotta be the wake up call now.
Straight away as well.
But like, man, you man have got enough in that team, man. Like,
talent's definitely not going to be the problem.
Yeah, it's just that
it's the other bit.
It's just got to click the work rate, the consistency, and all of that, man. But I think you've got it, man. I think, come on, you're the gaffer chief, man. You're not going to accept nothing less. You're still playing ball yourself at a high level, brother, and you're not going to accept anything less from your team. And if not, cut in it.
That's what I mean. Cause my dad was at the game saying I need to get sacked already. So,
so
I got no choice.
Mad.
Yeah, on to the we're gonna go to Division 1 this season because
show them some love.
Started getting ats, man.
What about us?
You get me? So we had Drawbridge Sunday League.
My bad.
I don't know if it's FC or United, but yeah, they played Solihull Taps. Solihull Taps won 2-0.
Solihull Taps.
Yeah, man.
As in like
TAPS.
Tap.
Yeah,
Like
they're talking about
Yeah.
like a
It's probably a pub.
teams, man.
Probably a pub.
There is a few Solihull teams,
Not
isn't it?
Solihull teams, man.
Yeah. Then we had Hockley Heath Dynamos play Dickens Heath.
Yeah.
Dickens Heath 1-2-1. Had Phoenix Blue play St. John's Rangers. Someone played them in preseason, isn't it?
That's it's gonna kill me for not knowing his team, man. But yeah.
But yeah, they lost anyway. But Phoenix won 5-2, and Sheldon Athletic played Fieldhouse FC. That ended 1-1.
So I've got the Sheldon goal. The Sheldon Athletic goal's filthy still. That'll be around the ground.
Okay.
Fieldhouse is obviously Fraser and the gang, innit?
Yeah. So also notable mentions, SW Rangers, I think they drew. It's in what I sent you. It's in the you got your phone there. I think I sent you the results for their league.
Let me get it up now.
I think they drew 3-3, I think.
It was 3-3. Hold on. No, 100 Acre drew 3-3. SW Range was 3-3 as well against Beacon Colts.
Yeah.
Mad.
So
just Pierre draws in that league, and then obviously the only one that got a win was the Digby Hotel boys.
yeah, so I think they're tough.
Easy Digby Hotel.
Against Sutton United.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Austin won as well, 2-1. I've seen from Twitter.
You say, Perry, you happy?
I'm not seeing these Sunday league games because there's always both teams scoring. There's always goals in these games.
You can't get no nil-nils in Sunday.
What happened? I had 8 goals yesterday, but I was happy I was
Yeah.
Was that the,
happy.
Vibes, innit?
oh yeah,
Our
8-5,
game.
yeah.
It was nuts. But yeah,
Sick, man.
Did that go 2-1 by the way? Your game?
It was 1-1 and
Oh,
then
it went 1-1.
yeah.
2-1.
Then 2-1.
Did they score
5-1.
first?
Yeah,
Yeah,
1-0
they scored-
down,
yeah,
1-1
down, then
5-1 down.
So what's it been
5-3.
like this then for it to go
Bro.
1-1?
Yeah, basically it was like neither team could defend for the first.
So it was basically who
and
can
the pitch
score.
is small as well, so it's
Yeah.
like if you was to sidestep to mark a man and the ball comes over the top, it looks like you well off the pace, but the pitch is that kind of.
Tight.
Come on, Raganidi scored 2 goals from a goal kick where the goalkeepers nearly got lobbed. Yeah, like out of his hands, like so. It's
Like Raggy's got a big kick, but he shouldn't be scoring.
Yeah.
Like, that's a bit bad.
How did they stadium? That small like that?
it's not the.
I think
main
the
pitch,
length.
back one, Astro.
It's the
Not with the
3G,
running track.
the 4G.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
not the grass.
yeah.
But the grass one's
Yeah.
bigger. I think the pitch is probably smaller by about 18 yards. It's like another 18-yard box, and
Would you rather play on the grass?
Yeah.
I've never seen the grass. So
To be fair, it's just winter, innit? Like, you know, getting the pitches tear up and yeah, it's long.
if you got a good grass pitch, it's always better than the Astro.
Yeah.
Innit?
Ideally, we'd love to play at Ray Hall, innit? But not available.
don't want to get it.
Yeah, no one's there as well, so it's not even no one's making a trip there this season.
Sick pitch.
But yeah, but I do want to say all to the Sunday teams, Saturday teams,
Yeah, man.
any team, send your showboat clips because obviously we've got a new section on the show called
Show Tekkers.
Show Tekkers, where we're showing any
I might have to
showboats.
send you an overhead kick, man.
Yeah.
I had to search so deep in my soul to find the old me from child to OG. When the door was locked, I found my old key. Now we're here with ridiculous P. Got gal, Patron and ridiculous weed. That's typical me and my physical G.
Sometimes I have difficulty trying to figure out how I ended up an MC. I used to flip packs on a daily. Now I put a mortgage deposit on the AP.
That's Diggy Deadly, M-I-S-T.
See me in a Bentley, that's B-U-G.
Coming past so fast, you never see me.
Blue bag full of magnums on the back seat.
You do really want it with Mr. Bugsy. Got bucket front seats, the beast is increased.
You know what's on the radio, knows in the streets. Guarantee this one's fucking on the club scene.
You do really want it with Mr. Bugsy. Got bucket front seats, the beast is increased.
You know what's on the radio, knows in the streets. Guarantee this one's fucking up the club scene.
Energy, 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 whoa. Energy, 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 go psycho. Energy, 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 whoa. Energy, 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 go psycho.
Did you know I get dizzy with the flow and I'm
You get me? All of that. You get me? If we was here last week, I would have put my clip up, but we won't even go.
The nutmegs.
Yeah, that shit in there, man.
Yeah.
Nah,
put it
man.
at the
It doesn't
intro.
have to be up to. It doesn't have to be like last week's clip or this week's clip. It could just be a clip.
Yeah,
in
just be a
general,
clip in
Or you-
general.
or you
I
can
prefer
have
it to be more recent, but
yeah.
yeah, don't send me
Or
2
like,
seasons ago when
you
you
can
done
have
something.
Short,
You could have the intro. That could be your intro.
Yeah,
Like your showboat.
Yeah,
boom.
true.
Get in there, man.
Yeah, man. So
Yeah, man.
any showboats, send them on. Whether it's a back heel
Does it
step
have to be
over.
Sunday League or can I get involved? Or
Bro, anything. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
I'm
he's
in.
gonna have 4K. and
No,
that.
no, 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 wait,
I thought we were friends.
You know that is in La Liga where they're walking out. And
Yeah, and
yeah.
I got the pixelated one. I'll snap.
Yo, you ever try to watch the old school games, bro?
Oi, your Twitter account on Kiddie, bro, is the only one where it's HD videos, bro. How a man get into uploading HD, bro, on Twitter?
I don't even. Don't ask me. I'm just.
Put me in touch with the admin, man. I'm trying to get into the admin.
No,
I'm trying to get involved.
And then obviously all goals sent to Big Faz.
Yeah, man. Send the man,
So,
man.
yeah,
Around
man.
the grounds.
We're trying to expand the platform.
I'll send you mine in it. Huh?
I haven't seen it yet. You haven't sent it to normal.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it yet.
I didn't even see it at the time. When did that fast? I was like, what?
Yeah. All right.
Jump
So
back
you
to
know-
the jump
so-
back to the
That's what I did.
I didn't know if I scored or assisted. I said, yeah.
Yeah, so you know.
Sick, man.
Right, let's go on to Fraud Watch. So Tazz, Fraud Watch is any player, manager, anyone involved in football that has bamboozled the world into thinking that they are better than they actually are. Obviously, we start this. So it's from this season. So everyone
Any
else-
level.
any level, as long as you are involved in football, any level. Last season we had quite a few repeat offenders. Some people that stayed on there all season. I think only a couple of them made it off. But
He made it off. Was it
Yeah, man, I'm
Lacazette?
recall, you know.
Lacazette,
That was it. No.
yeah.
Bro.
So yeah, anyone that comes to mind so far this season that you're thinking, you know what, people are bigging up your thing too much, and you're not even.
Mine is
It's a bit.
Dele Ali.
He ain't even done that yet.
What you mean? He's playing, isn't he?
Well, because he said he scored.
That's what I'm saying. Bond the stats. Scored one goal and all of a sudden he's back. Get out of here, man.
You know who's on Fraud Watch for me? And it's going to sound mad.
Yo, it's your thing.
Ruben Diaz.
Wow, that is mad.
Do you want to know why?
Definitely.
Bro, trust me, he's going to get found out. Yeah, I feel like he has. He's not Man City's best
Hold
defender.
on, last season, what did I say about him? I said he was heading that way, innit? And then he
Like
proved me
you
wrong.
said it like in the first few weeks and that.
Yeah,
that he was
yeah,
gonna,
yeah.
He
He
might
had a
have it
mad
to-
season, don't get twisted,
Yeah.
but I feel like he's going to get found out, and I don't think he's Man City's best central defender.
So who is?
John Stones.
Wow.
Yeah, it's quite.
I think John Stones is the best defender.
I've rated John Stones.
Nah,
I rate
nah.
John
Why?
John
Because
Stones is the best
he can
Because he can pass the ball.
dribble up.
Ruben
think
Ruben
so,
Diaz can
yeah.
pass the ball too. I just think when it was mad because a lot of people was giving in the Van Dijk comparison, and everyone was coming with that, but Diaz,
He had a good season last season.
yeah,
Diaz.
So Van Dijk did too.
Man,
Did
that's
he?
inconsistent, man.
Yeah. Yes. When has Van Dijk had a bad season?
Remember last
when he
season,
get
we was the
Oh,
only team that
hold on. When
won
did he get
the
injured last season? Started last season.
His season was his last season was his first season back.
Okay.
And I throw Kukurea on there as well.
Yeah, to me, he doesn't look the part. I'll be
He
honest.
doesn't, but maybe that's. But then it could be the system though, because at Brighton, he was ridiculous.
Fairs.
I'll be honest. I'm still a bit rattled by the other show.
Ruben Diaz.
Yeah, that's wild to
Trust
me.
me, we're just watching it. We're gonna watch it.
Yeah.
We're gonna see.
He was yours, Dele.
I think World Cup's would be a big platform for him anyway,
Yeah.
because obviously Portugal. For me, Portugal got a good team.
They're gonna get slapped though.
I don't
think so.
think they'll get.
They get slapped.
far.
I think so.
Who's in their group? Do we know?
I don't even know, but
Get it up.
I think
I'm not backing that Portugal do anything really.
I think they're gonna play through Ronaldo, and it's gonna get all a bit mad.
But if it carries on, Ronaldo might not be able to go. He ain't playing no game.
Well,
You're mad.
Ghana,
Be part of the coaching stuff.
Ghana beat them. Watch.
Ghana, Uruguay, South Korea.
They make
Uruguay will probably beat them.
Yeah, Uruguay are gonna be solid.
Uruguay,
got now?
Ghana.
They have
You heard it here first.
Darwin Nunes,
And they probably still got Diego Forlan as well.
Luis
Player
Suarez.
manager.
Man,
they
like,
got,
Golden's still playing at the back, innit? The old Warhorse.
Is it Garancho? The Man United.
Garnacho.
Yeah.
He's Argentinian.
It's Argentina, isn't it?
Which one of them? There's one of them that's Uruguayan. I think it is
I
him.
don't know. Nah, Garnacho's Argentinian because it was mad because he plays with Messi internationally and he plays for Ronaldo.
Yeah. There's the next one. What's the other one that we got? The other youth, the foreign youth man.
Why are they before, man? They're
There's
not right now.
Zidane.
Who's Hannibal?
Nah,
I
it's
like
not.
Lecter.
Nah.
Hannibal. Where's he gone? He's
I don't
gone.
even know
He's
him.
gone.
He's on Blues, isn't
He's
it?
on Blues.
Everyone was hyped about him just because he could.
Him and Chong.
I didn't rate him.
Chong, he's gone permanent. Chong permanent.
Yeah, permanent.
Good, man. He weren't good.
Yeah, he weren't ready for the.
Yeah, even Elanga's better than him. So, like,
Mad.
Have you got anyone for fraud?
I'm gonna have to say I just think Leicester as a team because you've let too many good players go, bro.
Palestri is your guy.
Yeah.
I think
Leicester.
fraud watch is just Leicester, bro, and I think the way that Brendan Rodgers is handling it, bro, it's just, he sounds sulky, man. Like fix up, bro.
I want to change my fraud watch. I forgot about Koulibaly, you know.
Oof.
Bro.
That was gonna be my stuff.
I'll be real. He was a lot of hype coming in.
I ain't watched enough of him this season to say, innit?
I'm like, yes, I'm glad we didn't get him now.
But
Blood, he's a fucking train,
Bro.
He's like a caravan, isn't it?
obviously, I ain't really watched him this season, so I can't really comment on this season. But obviously, when I've watched him in the past, he's been
brother.
Remember,
He scored that
But I
volley
feel
and
like
thought he was the
I
striker.
feel like he's past it though. I feel like he's past he's obviously he's past his best, but how he's coming to the Premier, I mean, red card, they've just been conceding goals.
I
They
would
kept a
base
clean
it on
sheet.
Tazz, yeah. Seriously.
Nah.
Oh, they did 0-0.
Mendy.
Went 0-0.
He's fraud,
West
bro.
Ham.
You see how
Mendy as
slow
well.
it turned
Mendy
against-
as well, bro. Fraud.
Mendy.
And the reason why because he's in my fantasy team, I was gonna keep. I had to change him
Bro,
immediately.
I
Yes,
checked
he's
it.
in mine
He's
still.
still in mine,
Yes.
and I don't know why. I looked at his points the other day.
He's
I think it
shocking.
might have been the first week, and that's it. Terrible.
Shocking.
I put Mbermo in instead of Tony.
Shocking.
We got to mention Tony, bro. Listen,
Bola.
Bro,
listen,
which goal are you having?
I'm having the free kick. You
The
know?
one where he makes the geezer.
And then chipped
I
it.
don't think I've
Yeah.
seen that one yet. I'll be honest.
Composure.
I ain't seen his goals yet.
Bro.
Did you watch his goals?
Yeah.
The free kick, 2 steps.
Yeah.
Yeah, the free
And
kick.
he hit it.
Riquelme.
He whipped it top
And then he
bins.
had another free kick where he tipped the bar in it.
Yeah.
Top of the bar. I
That
missed
free-
that because I was heading out.
Nah,
for
the Megs and the
7
chip
o'clock
for
in
me.
the morning. On Sunday morning.
Yeah, the keeper's come out and I wouldn't say he's knocked it past the keeper, but he's just gone to the side. He's made the player and he's just running towards the goal, but the keeper's behind him and there's like 3 players on the line. Well, running towards the line.
I've seen it.
He's just dinked it and it's just gone in.
Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
read
Confidence.
But I'm surprised no one took him in the window.
I think it's more the off the field.
Yeah, yeah.
People
Well, you know,
don't really.
he's the closest player, show my age now, to Ian Wright.
You reckon?
I feel like
I kind
now-
of see where you're going with that.
in regards to being rugged, like I'm a roadman footballer, like you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about, where people.
It's not Zaha.
Zaha hasn't got the finishing ability,
No,
but
he's not,
I
he's
think
not.
Tony's got that thing where
This season he's been showing his finishing ability.
Zaha.
Yeah, the goal against Liverpool was.
Yeah, maybe that.
I think to beat Alisson.
Yeah. As an out and out goal scorer.
Yeah,
Tony
yeah,
gets
yeah.
goals.
I mean, like, he's not a. You're not gonna say he's a finisher.
No, you wouldn't. Yes, his finishing
No,
has
Zaha's
improved.
gonna-
Like everybody
Like,
can
man.
score one goal and you're like, oh, that's a nice finish. But
Yeah.
if you're doing it consistently,
Zaha's gonna be a nose.
so if you're in the Prem, you can't do it twice, and that's a bit mad.
I don't know what that's.
Let's touch that.
low
Where
battery. or something.
Tony is, bro, I think it's a close thing to Ian Wright, bro. Like we're gonna get in a minute.
What's it saying?
It just says slow battery. It's stopped just now, so we can just run out.
No, yeah, carry on.
Yeah, I agree. Tony is a very good player, but I think, but then you're talking about the off pitch, whatever. But I'm surprised Brentford didn't let him go at the same time because I seen the video when he's saying like fuck Brentford.
Yeah.
Sorry about. I don't know if you saw
Yeah.
that.
But that's when you know, like that's when you.
But
just
that's
have
what I'm saying,
to
but-
hold it in it, like.
You see what he can do on the pitch, and
Yeah.
so
The girls asking him who do you play for? No one big.
Yeah, yeah.
and really and truly,
Oh, you know,
You lying?
is it like
you know what
This
the
is
manager,
Brentford,
all
like-
the manager could say was, "Yo, big man, don't treat me like that."
that's what I'm saying? Like,
Look out for me.
I know the truth hurts, but it's still the truth.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be upset that he just actually said what it really is.
Yeah.
Chief,
You're a small club in the Prem.
who's your fraud?
What you said, Dele Alli?
Okay.
Come on, can we get one that? Can we get one in the Prem? Have you got one in the Prem?
Mo Salah.
Ah!
Now what?
We're gonna give him 5 minutes. To think for that one.
Now what?
But all we're gonna say.
Why is he not a fraud?
Next topic.
You know, all we're gonna say.
He's
is-
also in my fantasy team.
because
He
he.
ain't give me no points.
I
You
to sell him.
know what I mean?
I took him out.
Man, big money, you know.
Standards, yeah.
And use Capo. Gave me
Big,
6
big
points.
se- Nah,
I was like, this is disgraceful.
I took him
Mine's
out.
Haaland still.
He was my captain when Haaland got a hat trick.
Same.
Oh, you know them
Vex.
Haaland, but Haaland the captain is just laughing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. I didn't put Haaland in my team at first.
I did.
Mad.
Straight away.
You did,
Of course.
and you had Salah.
Of course.
Yeah.
But you know what it is? I'd like to think.
No.
I
No.
think like defensive.
Nah. That's the mistake I made
Oh, you're
previous
the-
seasons. Now I just go.
who's in defense for you?
Whoever's got, you get stats. That's who's going in my
I bet to
team.
bond the stats.
This is fantasy league. This is fantasy. In fantasy football, it's all about
If
stats.
you've got Haaland and Salah
It
up
is.
front, bro, who's in your defense?
Reece James,
And you
Trent,
How?
I'm a
Okay,
gaffer now.
he doesn't have it. First,
I'm a gaffer now. It's
He
different.
doesn't have a bench. I know that.
Yeah, it's me that is.
I got
You probably got Greenwood from Leeds on your bench.
Nah.
Because I've got him. He's cheap as hell. Yeah.
I don't even care about the bench, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Bench, my bench.
I
don't
got Williams,
Fam,
Forest,
bench boost is staying
Yeah.
off a whole season.
Pereira, Fulham.
He got points over there.
Of course.
Let me see.
Don't worry, man. This is why I'm top of the league. All right now.
You're top of the league
As
first.
gaffer.
All right then.
I haven't got involved this season in fantasies, bro.
Is that on? They're recording.
Yeah.
Is it?
Nah, I don't think so.
I don't think it's not.
Actually,
The thing's not on.
The time is. Oh, no, it's not.
Press that. What was I gonna say?
Unless you run that thingy.
It must be.
Might be.
Nah, it's alright. Forgot my train of thought. You said
Bon Salah. Huh?
yeah, Salah. Okay, face. Right, onto streets we'll never forget. So, Chief, you want to give the
Basically,
memo?
the ones that excite the crowd, the fans' favorite,
JJ Okocha.
the ones that don't
Charisma.
really get the same love as the
Del
world-renowned
Tarrant.
names like the Thierry Henrys with the Vevavou, Tarrant, but Tarrant,
Ben
them
Arfa.
kind of guys that just everyone who likes football and likes,
Payet.
you know when you tune into Showboat and you know there's one that's gonna be guaranteed there every week, that kind of man. But he ain't winning no Ballon d'Or.
I think
Well,
Dele
him.
Alli's probably been on there a couple of times.
Yeah, but the streets already forgot him still.
That's on the hip, you know.
Yeah. but the streets forgot him though. That's why he's in Turkey now.
Yeah, man, come from the hip with
Streets
that
won't
one.
forget. You named all the
Yeah,
side
they're the classic ones that's in there.
Raquel Mays.
Yeah. Them kind of man there.
What your boy?
Your boy.
Oh,
Bad
I think
man.
you
I didn't watch him directly, but I've seen clips and he could score some goals, bro.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
this. Matt Letizia.
I bought him.
Bad boy.
Bought him.
What?
Why?
Racism, man.
Suarez.
I mean, yeah, bought him too.
Nah, he's too big of a name.
Yeah,
Ooh,
man,
JJ
people
Okocha
should
was
pass on
bad,
him.
you know, boy.
In the Reeboks.
Christophe Dugarry. My brother.
Yeah, blues legend.
Yeah, man.
So I want to throw out there as well. I don't know if man I said it already. Mark Viduka.
Mark Viduka.
Bad man.
Bad boy.
That reminds me, what's his name? The Swedish Donny. Scored that mad goal. Almander. Was it Almander?
Nah,
For Bolton.
Yeah,
When he done the
yeah.
You know what's
the-
mad?
the-
I was just gonna say him, but I didn't say anything.
Oh, man, nah.
Yeah. That goal right there.
And listen, like, if man are forgetting, and remember when Yuri Joe Kayaf was in the Prem
Bad man.
for Bolton? Listen, Sam Allardyce had the pull, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah, Mark Viduka was one.
Pedro Mendes.
Bad boy.
Oh my, yo, I got the player. Oh, remember Morton Gats Pedersen?
Oh, yeah.
Blackburn left
Yo.
foot, done it?
Cool.
He's
boy.
left back. Matty Taylor,
Yeah.
Portsmouth.
If man are throwing, they won't have to throw in, what's his name?
Benjani.
Benjani.
Blackburn. No, where was
Man
he?
City.
Man City, that's the one.
See?
He was. I'm thinking about Benny
I
McCarthy.
tell you, he was another Man City, done it? Left peg as well. Petrov.
Yeah.
Petrov.
Yeah.
Petrov.
Didn't they have?
Win a Villa. Did he go Villa? Was he at
No,
Villa?
that was Petrov that had leukemia.
Yeah, still
Then
yeah.
then you had the other one. Was it?
Yeah. They had somebody that had Riera. No, Rieri.
No, Riera, because he went to Liverpool
Riera-
as well.
Was it the same? I swear they were
Same
two.
one, Man
It was
City.
Tottenham.
You had Man City one, and then you had the ball played for Liverpool.
Huh? Hold on, we're rating him.
Who?
That
No, I'm just saying.
No,
Anyone
Riera-
went
the
to
one that was at
Liverpool.
Liverpool. The,
Riera, nah, but I swear it was the next one. You know, I used to rate Man City when I was younger. But obviously I was a Liverpool fan. But this was before the money and that. I used to like watching Man City. I used to rate Stephen Ireland.
Yeah,
Bad man. He had a
Steven
bad man.
Baller.
He had a bad man
Bro.
few seasons. Bro.
Yeah.
He was sick.
Bad
He was.
boy.
He was like one of my favorite players.
Yeah.
To
He
be fair,
had
Man
him
City.
and Michael Johnson that used to play as well.
Yeah.
Michael Johnson
you
retired,
know who else?
didn't
Was Marcus Johnson one that was?
Mika
he?
Richards.
Mental health, yeah.
Yeah.
Mika Richards does
I
not
said-
get his flowers.
Mika Richards for me, bro, should have been England's best defender, hands down by a mile. Based on his potential,
Right,
I
was
didn't know
he
that.
right? He went right back.
But
there.
he wanted to be a bodybuilder, so
You got too big. Oh, listen, after that heartbroken video, he just went downhill. Heartbroken.
Is that what-
With the foot in the race.
I remember. Let me see if your memory's good.
my memory's
Con-
definitely not good. But go on.
Conceição.
Yeah. And he, where's he gone now?
For-
Is he in Italy or something now?
Inter
I
Milan.
Yeah, was it Inter or Juve?
No, Inter. He played for Inter and Lazio. That Lazio team was full of
Yeah, it was Lazio. I
Sven
remember.
Goran Eriksson's Lazio team with man
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Yeah, he was crap, man.
Fernando Couto,
Yeah, he was rubbish.
and then Portugal done is there.
You Conceição.
Yeah, he was rubbish, man.
Man, like, was it Salas?
Yeah.
Yeah, Salah's bad man still.
Yeah, Chile.
I mentioned him earlier, but I say him again. Oscar for Chelsea.
Yeah.
He, young Brazilian. I don't know why they do that, man. Chelsea ruined a lot of players. I have to say it.
Yeah.
Chelsea,
Remember
they're
the
more
Van Ginkel and the man that was supposed
Yeah.
to
Oh,
the
yeah.
stars and the
They're
next
still there.
Brazilian you.
They're still on loan at Vitas now. They've been on like 10 years contracts.
Yeah,
I mean,
was
he only
it-
just
was
left
it-
like last year.
Was it Guzman? Was it
Kesman.
Kesman?
They killed
Kesman.
Kesman.
Yeah, bro.
The caveman. Let's call him a caveman.
yeah.
He looked just like a caveman.
Yeah,
you know.
facts.
But yeah, man,
Okay.
he was good, man.
Well, yeah, that was the streets never forget.
We could be over there, you know.
So
Yeah,
we gotta
boys.
save some.
Yeah, man.
Right, Taz, we're gonna get you to do your all-time Premier League 11 manager and the formation. So let's start with the gaffer.
What's up?
The gaffer.
Yeah.
This is gonna hurt.
My
Just
God.
be honest.
Obviously, we had the discussion about.
Just be honest.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with.
The goat.
I'm not gonna call him the GOAT. I'm gonna go with Ferguson.
Okay,
Because he's the goat.
the greatest manager of all time. That's
Carry
okay.
on.
You said it, not me. Formation. I'm gonna go 4-3-3.
Okay.
Now, before I continue, what? Because I know you guys have obviously.
You know what he's gonna do already.
Put on
You
in
know
the
what?
left.
I'm just gonna go off. You have obviously seen the most.
Yeah.
You get me? Because I'm not gonna throw in Schmeichel, for example, because
Yeah.
do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, I'm just gonna say it and it don't question.
Yeah,
me.
what do you think, man? It's your team.
Petr Cech,
Yeah.
Which one?
04.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Helmet.
Yeah,
Before the
Chelsea.
helmet or during the helmet.
Just
Just Peter Cech.
Petr Cech.
Yeah.
So we'll go
Petr
Petr
Cech.
Cech. Left back, obviously Ashley Cole.
Yeah.
I feel like if anyone has a Prem team and it's not Ashley Cole, don't even listen to the rest.
Yeah. We've had a few. Don't worry.
Really?
Yeah, we have Leighton Baines.
Yeah.
What?
I think that was the
Evra.
only one in it. Who had it, bro?
Wait, you didn't-
Someone that had Everett. I think it was. I want to say Adam Makola
Yeah, but he's
or
United.
Dennis Irwin or someone.
you didn't have.
Whoa,
Cole.
whoa, relax.
Yeah, Cole.
No, yeah,
Come
cool,
on,
yeah.
man. Respect me, please.
Go right back. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go Kyle Walker. My two centre halves.
Terrible.
I can respect that.
I had him in mind. Don't worry. I had him in mind.
Yeah, I had him on forward watch. Carry on. Still do. Carry on.
My two centre halves.
Ruben Diaz.
No chance. I'm gonna go John Terry
Fez.
and Virgil van Dijk.
No real. Crazy.
Mad.
My midfield three. Steven Gerrard,
Shock.
Can do it all.
Yaya Toure,
Yeah, Danny.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Fez.
Tell
My
your
front,
team.
my front three.
Terrible.
It's killing them for the moment, Man United.
But this one's hard. But I'm. Ooh. I'm gonna
I
go
can guess it already.
Thierry Henry.
Where?
On the left.
I'm gonna put him on the left because I'm gonna put I'm gonna put Rooney up front.
Yeah. Okay.
Put Rooney up front,
Put Rooney on the left?
and I'm gonna.
That's even worse than
I-
Reem for me, bro.
Not really, because Rooney actually played on the left sometimes.
That's
Nah, but I'd rather have Henry.
And Henry is the best striker that's ever graced the
No,
Prem.
Henry done all his work from the left. but
No.
actually went
He was
on the
never
right.
a left winger.
See, I said Henry from the left, so we're in good
Yeah,
company. As you
Henry,
were, as you were.
Rooney, Ronaldo.
Fez.
Yeah, I've based that off. 'Cause people are going, how's
Off
this?
stats.
Because
Huh?
not really, because I could have put Salah instead of Ronaldo.
And Dali Ali.
And Aguero and that.
I could have, 100% could have put Salah over because Salah's done more in the Prem than Ronaldo. Obviously, he's
So
been
what
there
are you
longer. Because I'm going off. Hence
You
why I
going off
put Yaya
ability?
Toure in there. I put Yaya Toure
So
in
you
there.
got enough ability.
100%.
All right, cool. Salah no ability.
Salah has got a.
Oh,
Am
yeah.
I biting? I know.
I told you. I told you.
I don't know why.
Because he beat you out my a little nibble, then she.
So anyone you disagree with?
All of it. Apart from your gaffer.
What was your team?
I can't remember. I think I had John Terry as well, to be fair.
And he was the one.
You know,
Real.
the biggest thing is because you didn't put Scholes in there.
No,
Scholes ain't going anywhere.
I'm not even because
Scholes
obviously
don't get enough
he's
of
a younger generation. He's not gonna know about Scholes really. So I'm not mad at the younger generation for not knowing Scholes. The older ones who actually seen football,
Yeah.
if you ain't put Scholes in, it ain't got no sense.
See, for me, I'd say Gerrard
Should,
should do it
should,
all.
should Gerrard have been in there?
You're a Liverpool fan.
No, I'm
You're
asking you.
Gerrard
Did he
said
get in
that's
mine?
what he was in the
I'm
Prem.
not sure. I can't remember.
I think.
But
He did.
is He's definitely up there.
For me, I'm just
He has to be in the conversation.
I think Gerrard's the best midfielder in Prem history,
I do.
hands down. 'Cause you could do it all.
I also,
Definitely not hands down, but he's in the conversation.
I think that.
But I'm saying, who's up there with him? Besides
But
Tazz?
I wait. Go on.
Who's up there with him? Who's up
Oh, yes,
there?
yes, and me.
Yeah.
Well, obviously Scholes.
No, but I'm talking. When we're talking midfield, I'm talking. He can do
He can defend.
all. Can do it all. Can do it all. I'm talking create. Play,
The only
break
thing
up play.
people say Scholes can't do is tackle.
But as a midfielder, centre mid.
But remember, he didn't start as a centre mid like that.
Was it in a striker?
He was
A failed striker.
basically like a number 10.
10.
Like when he first come on the scene, he was the one that was breaking in the box, banging 20 goals a season.
Lampard is. What's it? Lampard
Lampard was
No,
the
doing
no.
that. Scoring goals. That's from midfield.
He's done it over a longer period, but I wouldn't say he's better at it.
No, I just genuinely think like all round. I'm saying can do everything. If you say to a man, like, you can do all, like,
Who's a better goal scorer
What's
than?
going on?
So who's a better goal scorer than Alan Shearer then?
What? Alan Shearer?
Who's a better goal scorer than Alan Shearer?
You didn't even see Alan Shearer?
I'm
You're
asking
like
you
12,
that.
you're not asking you.
Who's a better?
I do. That's what I'm
But I'm asking you. I'm having this view. I'm saying, who's a better goal scorer than Alan Shearer?
Haaland for a start. There's better. I put Aguero, Thierry Henry, who else? Van Nistelrooy.
That's why Alan Shearer that Blackburn, by the way.
Yeah, listen, Alan Shearer at Blackburn.
So,
don't talk to him.
About 10 years before he was born. That's what you talking about. That Alan Shearer you talking about. The one you never saw ever, even on YouTube.
I've done my research. I've done my
Them
research.
kids were even on YouTube. What you on about?
When Blackburn had a team, yeah, that someone called Stuart Ripley on the right hand side and Jason Wilcox on the left. Yeah, Lasso, Hendry,
I remember Jason Wilcox.
Lee Hendry.
Leave it out.
and Colin Hendry, Scottish.
The one that
Braveheart.
That Villa.
The Gaza goal over his head.
Over his
and that.
head.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
man.
The Tutus
Bro,
one, yeah.
that team, bro. Team Shearer with the midfield, yeah, and Sutton and Shearer up top. Brother, that Blackburn team,
Yeah.
bro.
He won the Prem. Speaks for
Bro.
itself.
Bro.
Yeah, Chris Sutton's a bad man
But-
still.
For me, Shearer's not the best ever striker in the Prem.
No,
Did
the
you
best,
go-
the
He's not
best,
getting my top
no,
five?
the best finisher and
No
that
way.
finisher, Shearer.
The best finisher I've
Scores
seen in the
all of them.
Prem, Kevin Phillips.
Better than Thierry Henry.
Nobody
Super
can't tell
Kev
me different.
Phillips.
Better than Thierry Henry.
Better than anyone I've ever seen.
Oh, bro, cut
Better than
the show
Kane.
now. Cut the show now.
He's got to be joking. Better than Thierry.
Y'all don't know about
better than
Kevin
Harry Kane.
Phillips.
Oh my God, Kevin
I
Phillips. What,
watched
Sheffield
Kevin Phillips
United.
a bag of
Sir
times.
Kev.
Sheffield United. West Brom. That Kevin
Huh?
Phillips.
Birmingham
I know,
City.
I know.
I saw
Kevin
it
Phillips.
live and
I
live.
I used to watch Kevin Phillips live.
Let me
live.
retract my statement. Do you know who the best finisher in the Premier League history was? Andy Cole.
Nah.
How many
Better
pens
goal
has he
scorer,
got?
not finisher.
Finisher, bro.
Nah. He's never been a better finisher than Kevin Phillips.
One pen he's had in it his whole life.
Andy Shearer.
He was like- But
I mean,
Cole.
you're confusing finishing with goal scoring. That's not the same thing.
Andy Cole, bro. That's Ireland. I'm going to take it back.
Because Mo Salah is one of the best goal scorers
Ian
in Premier
Wright
League history.
was one of the greatest finishers. Correct me if I'm wrong.
You wrong. Goal scorer.
No,
Goal scorer.
Ian Wright could do it all, bro.
He was a great goal scorer.
Ask Lukic in goal for Leeds United.
Who's he?
You need
Exactly.
see,
Who's
see,
he?
man,
You
man,
heard of him?
Oi,
I haven't.
Oi, look at these.
Have
grey,
you?
oi, look at these grey hairs.
Exactly. You're showing your
Grey
age.
hairs. I've been around the block a few times.
So what, did you go 4-3-3 in your team?
I don't think I did it. I can't remember.
Did you have
This
Lampard in
was a long time ago. No, I didn't.
We're going to have to go back to your one, you know.
You might as well
Yeah.
have to
I
do
might do a
Okay,
new
now.
one for next week.
Yeah.
I'll do mine next week. Yeah.
I'm a tune in there for.
Send them.
But I'm happy with my midfield. KDB, Gerrard,
I'm not mad at it.
and
I-
Yaya.
I-
And I put
so I'm-
Yaya in because
The bad boy.
I don't.
I'm not mad
will
at
we see him-
KDB over Scholes. You know why? Because he's pretty much doing what Scholes did and more. So
a lot
I'm
more.
not mad at that.
Mama.
Gerard,
Like I said,
I'm happy
everyone's
with that.
entitled to their opinions, and I'm not gonna
Yeah, I
say
don't
no
know.
to
I could have
anybody
got
else.
Yaya with lamps. I'll be on.
Huh?
Then to be fair, it depends because I had one at football, and obviously some of the older managers and that they always put their thing Keane in there, Vieira, etc.
Nostalgia's getting man, I think.
I just think.
But I think it's hard to compare generations, though,
Yeah,
innit?
Yeah.
definitely. Henri said it best.
I think
Like you
Yeah.
shouldn't compare because
but there's always been class players throughout every generation. And
yeah,
and I
like
think
you can be the
certain
best of your
players,
generation, not be the, like for example, Pele, he was the best of his generation or one of.
Yeah.
But if he was playing now, he'd be Gabriel Jesus or somebody.
Wow.
If that,
Rah.
Is that how you feel?
that's exactly how I feel.
Same GA as Firmino.
Huh? Well, it wouldn't even make championship, allow it.
Who's that? Pele.
Bon Pele.
Are we talking about Abida Pele here? Or
I was gonna say like, hold on.
Bon Pepe. Bon Pele.
Are we talking about Southampton Pele?
He's probably better than him.
Graziano Pele.
Now, so what I'm saying is, if you don't have a time machine now, we took one of the not even the top dogs in the Prem right now.
Red pill thing.
Take one of who's I can't think of anyone. Jesus, for example, you take him and put him in Pele's time. He's by far the best player in the world.
And we had this conversation with the old man the other day, and what he said if the fitness regime of certain players, like you see, like you had Dalglish, it was the
them all smoking and drinking at
halftime.
Football now compared to then is chalk and cheese.
So there's certain players then that if they had that fitness regime, what we've got now, they'd be.
You know, I compared. You know the film 300.
Yeah.
And they said, yo, my man, what are you? I'm a putter. Yo, my man, what are you?
Yeah. Sick bit that is.
Yeah,
and he goes, these have been trained.
Exactly. So I bought more soldiers than you. You got 10,000 putters in that. I got 300 soldiers. You ain't got no soldiers. I got 300 soldiers. You know what I'm saying? So when Pele is playing football, he's not playing with footballers. He's playing with putters and farmers and all of that. Now you're playing against footballers,
and that's why for me, that's why I always argue the Tazz. Gerrard for me is the best midfielder in Prem history because he played against the greatest midfielders of all generations.
And he didn't play with
And he didn't play with
Alonso. He played with Alonso.
Yeah. And Mascherano for that season.
Yeah.
But other than that,
but what I'm saying is though, if you had put him into a top team, like would he still be that 100?
Guy? Probably not. Because he wouldn't have had to do so much.
Work.
Exactly. So we might not. But it's the same argument.
Now what you should look at is if you put Scholes in that
team.
Do you think Scholes would have done what Gerrard?
I think Liverpool be a better team. Yeah.
Nah, you're mad. Do you not Scholes?
Let me explain why.
Wait, Tazz, we're gonna finish on this. Scholes would have been like Aquilani.
No. Let me explain why. Let me explain why. Because the type of player Scholes is. He controls the game. He dictates the game.
I'm not mugging Scholes as a bad boy, but
him just being on the Gerrard's a different type of player where he can grab a game by the scruff of the neck by winning a tackle and going and scoring a 30-yard goal or whatever. But he won't dominate a game in terms of give me the ball, I'll make things happen, I'll make this.
Are you mad?
What? What Steven Gerrard are you talking about?
Not like Scholes. Don't get me wrong. He's got the ability to spray any pass and do this and that.
So is my jaw still on the floor? Pick my jaw up.
Yeah, pick it up because you're dribbling on the floor. Anyway. Scholes controls everything. Everything has to go through Scholes. Whereas Gerrard, he was the main guy, but he wasn't a Scholes where he can dictate everything. He was the one that was.
Gerrard was.
That's what I'm saying.
Gerrard was Liverpool.
Exactly, but Liverpool weren't good. That don't mean nothing if you're not good.
No, but you think about it. We was competing European at a very high level. Champions League.
Season after season after season.
Liverpool was winning.
How many games does it take for you to get to a final? About 8-9 games.
No. Are we forgetting what Gerrard done in the Premier League?
No, we talk where you play 6.
What did he do in the Premier League?
I don't know. We're going to say
what did he do?
Because he didn't win the Premier League title.
What did he do?
Gerrard, Gerrard never won a Premier League title, but still the best Premier League midfielder ever.
In your opinion?
Tell me another one.
Oh, he did?
Who?
Scholes?
No, but you're lying to yourself.
You're going to say that?
You're lying to yourself
on that one, Chief.
That's my opinion. That's my opinion.
Braz knows. Braz is trying to sit on the fence, but Braz knows.
You're trying to text Chief like, yo, Chief, just got
No. Like I said, we're both going to disagree on this because actually you feel strongly about Gerrard. I feel strongly about Scholes.
I'm talking for different reasons.
Gerrard's the most complete English midfielder to ever play the game.
In your opinion?
And I also think it sounds bad to say this, but I think because of the level that Rooney was at, I think that Rooney is the best English player to play.
Yeah.
Personally.
I agree with that.
And then I'd say Gerrard.
Yeah.
And then whoever's behind is behind him.
Where did both of them come from?
For me, I'll say this. Gerrard ticks more boxes for me as a whole player.
Complete player, bro.
But I think Scholes was a better maestro, if that makes sense.
Which is what I basically just said.
I want to use the term.
Is that like what basically I just said though? Can I just clear that up?
Scholes is a luxury player.
I get what you were saying.
It was what you said, but you kind of downplay Gerrard a little bit.
No. I rate Gerrard highly. Don't get it twisted. Gerrard is one of the greatest ever to do it in the Prem.
In a sense of like, he's a luxury player where Scholes can do all of the pretty stuff.
Like hit a tree in training.
Yeah, like, he can do all of that.
Sick of hearing that.
What's going on here? What's going on here?
We've all heard that. Everyone likes to use it.
Yeah, like
I'm sick of seeing that.
Zidane said this.
I've seen
Zidane said he's the best field he's played against.
But that doesn't mean anything. Just I hate when people say, "Oh, this footballer said that." This. What does that mean? It's just it's just like us. It's just a human like us.
Nah, some people are different.
Okay, that was a little different still. But
Some people are a bit different. You get me?
Nice, man.
Someone said in the group that they don't rate Zidane.
yeah, don't ignore them.
What?
Don't even acknowledge them.
Which group?
CLT?
Is that when I think it was in my top 5 to be fair, Zidane?
Of course. For me, he was
He's elegant, man.
he was number 1 for the longest,
Elegant, man. Like you.
and then obviously Messi. So, so Messi boss on the
See,
scene was like.
I made a comment on it before. I said that who in footballing just ever has got a better first touch than Zidane, and someone said Messi. Do you agree?
Mahrez.
My first touch.
Yeah.
Berbatov.
Do you know what I'm gonna say?
I don't know, man.
Do you know what I'm gonna say?
Zidane's
It's gonna sound very.
Zidane's
Zidane
got
could do.
it's-
Zidane's was anything. No,
Do you know it's gonna
like,
sound out there? Do
and
you know who did? Xabi Alonso. It can sound very out there when I say that, but the man, bro, if you're talking about caressing,
Yeah, he's got great touch, but for me the best I seen was Berbatov. Just put
I can't
basically
have him.
first touch.
I can't have him
Do-
over.
do you know-
I feel like his touch is mad. His first touch is ridiculous. He has got one of the best first touches I've ever seen, but I feel like he gets it. What his demeanor of, he looks like he don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
Like he look like he's not
It
trying.
upplays his thing.
100%.
Yeah. The lazy body language.
The lazy body language, and to still bring it down, you're thinking, oh my god, he's just done that. But that could just be how he is. For all we know, he's trying his hardest.
Yeah.
That's just how he looks.
I get
I
what
think
you're
Zidane, some of the touch that, bro, you and bro, that man.
I hear it.
I'll tell you who's up there.
I studied Zidane for the longest. Trust me.
Tell you I was up there with one of the best player I've seen live, and I've seen a few. Gianfranco Zola. I'm not
At
sure,
Chelsea.
bro.
Was that West Ham? Was that in it? Was he?
Nah,
Yeah,
Chelsea.
but manager at
Chelsea.
When he first
Chelsea.
come from, was it Parma?
I think so. Yeah, Palmer. Yeah.
Palmer had a bad boy team back in the day.
Yeah,
still.
that bear man.
Chiesa, Varane,
Bad boy team still.
Cannavaro there as well.
Yeah, Cannavaro.
Bear man.
Yeah,
From-
Bear.
Buffon still playing?
Yeah.
Man's picking up a
dunno.
pension and a wage at the same time. So, like,
Nah, is
I
he?
swear he's still
at Juve. Eh?
Don't know, you know. I think he's still playing though.
Yeah, I think he's at Juve.
I think he might. Did he
Starting.
go back?
That's mad.
he's doing something.
Mad still.
He's definitely doing something.
Yeah. But
Leaving it with something.
To be fair, I watched Juve the other day and they look horrible. They got better
Love that
injuries
one,
as well.
yeah.
So that
I'm from Rad,
Chiesa's injured.
Back.
That what's his name? The Vahalovic. He was on smoke.
oh, he's
still.
injured as well.
Nah, he's on smoke. But
Oh, okay.
I think big miss for them is that Chiesa, Federico Chiesa.
Yeah,
is
he's a
mad.
They
team.
put a
like
big
his
price
dad
tag on
as
him as
well,
well, but he's injured quite a lot though, you know. I think that's what's probably keeping him there.
Seen El Shaarawy come on the other day. I was like, oh,
For who?
Ross, he's still alive.
Roma still plays for them,
Still
bro.
a 5-star skill, no pace.
Bro,
He's still got the trim.
still the same number 70. Mad thing. I was like, brother, you should have gone so far.
I only remember my mum when they bring out a wild card on FIFA for him, you know.
He's always got that.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, man. I forgot Druid was at AC as well.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, they won over there in the
Inter in the derby.
yeah.
Bad
Free,
boy
was it
game.
3-2?
Bad boy.
You know what he's doing? What?
Layout.
Tamori.
Yeah. and
Tamori there, and
Yeah, he's a good player, man.
Surprised he's not in England. He's in
Get
England.
Harry
So.
Maguire out of that England.
He's like in and out, innit?
Tamore in that team, bro.
But saying that,
Tamori
they
and Stones.
mentioned Ollie Watkins take him out and bring in your boy, Brentford,
Tony.
Tony.
Ollie Watkins was in the squad though. I didn't even know he was.
Yeah.
He made the list.
Why not?
But this thing, nobody plays because of my man, and you know that plays.
Sir Harry. Huh?
You know what, man? He will never move. I feel like until he retires, he won't be out of that team.
And this is why England
Of
won't
course.
succeed.
He tries to get out though. They ain't letting him free.
It's mad.
And this is why England won't succeed with one-dimensional, bro.
Sure, I'm mad.
Like,
He won't move.
one-dimensional when it. Bro, I don't support.
We ain't got no midfield to play in the half time either.
Like I said, like,
I think Harvey Elliott will get a call this season.
there's no
no plan B.
everything's just there's no sauce. There's no you know what I mean. That's something special just to
That
unlock
is-
a defense or win a game. Or
There's
something.
no stir
There's no
crazy.
there's no
Dele Alli.
flair.
Do you know what England is? Toby Carvery.
Basically,
They need a Dele Alli.
beef
in there.
eater.
Yeah, beefy, like, it's Toby
Them kind of
Carvery, like,
things.
you know it's there.
Harvester.
You got your roasters. You got your chicken.
You know what I mean,
But there's no mac.
Nah,
There's
it's
no-
not.
Yeah, it's no
It's just-
spices, it's just
yeah.
salt.
Yeah,
the salt and pepper, no seasoning.
there's not
Yeah,
there.
it's mad.
The Euros hurt me, you know.
Not me.
It hurt me
You know,
still.
as soon as they missed the penalties, I knew what was coming, and I said, the bandoozled me. I knew I should have known better.
Mm.
Like, I felt like I was
Got like a gut punch.
Yeah, I felt like I was a victim and I should have known better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have seen it
I
coming.
don't think Mings should be anywhere near that team.
Yeah. I don't think.
Called
should
it
be-
many a time, but no one hear me though.
I don't think Ming should be anywhere near anything, bro.
I think
You know what's funny?
Conte's
He
better
dropped
than
him. Obviously, stripped him with the armband. Then he had to start him because he got injuries now.
Yeah, your man's finished, ain't it? He bought Carlos.
Carlos, he's
is done,
finished.
innit?
Oh, so is it long term?
Bro, yeah, like, look, Gerrard has made some sick signings. The best signing he's done is Kamara. I'd play
He
him.
looks good.
Good player, Kamara's. And I think
Well,
Oh.
that one against City kind of
So I'm saying he's.
says he's making a little bit, and the
Wait,
disallowed goal as
So I'm
well.
saying
was a bit-
he's saying he's made good signings,
What
but
you say,
they're really
boy,
helping him out right now. So.
Bailey come out of the shubs and come onto the pitch. He's like, hey,
It's Man City, innit? Come out for the big games, innit?
Bailey come out the shubs with all the drift and that was, yeah, man. That was a finish.
That's what's annoying about the Prem as well, man, because Man City just dropping points so early on in the season as well.
So a bit nuts.
I think did you draw with was it Newcastle or was it West Ham? Did you with?
Newcastle, wasn't it?
Newcastle.
Yeah.
But then they'll go on a 17 game
Yeah,
winning
they'll
streak,
do that.
and this is where it gets stupid. Like, that's why when they said it the other day on the radio, I was like, they're not wrong. Like, we think we're in a competitive league.
It's basically who can pick up form the quickest.
Yeah.
Basically.
But we are at the moment in a one-team league.
And I think a team has peaked too early.
Which team? You want to say? Or?
Them man there on Twitter's team, innit?
The Twitter team.
There's a few
The
good
table,
teams.
the table
Yeah.
talk, but October's looking very technical for a lot of teams. I say Liverpool as well. Our next two games, we
you
got
say you
Wolves.
skip Chester? Huh? You gonna say it with the chest or?
The table talks for itself. A team has peaked too early.
Well, since he's got no chest, I say for Arsenal, he's talking about because he ain't got no chest.
So
But
the thing is with Arsenal, like they do this all the time, innit? Like, and this I think it's what Arsenal kill it for themselves, where they gas up their thing so much, so when it does go tits up, yeah, and you look at the Twitter timeline, it's just we knew it was gonna happen, man.
This is real life, by the
Why
way.
them rooms called up Twitter?
When I say this is real life, I'm in a group chat. I think there's 7 of us in there. There's 2 Arsenal fans, and God strike me down if I'm lying. One of them hasn't spoke. It's
Since-
Because you know, like he's got a thing
It's-
coming.
11:15. The next day, he has not spoke. I rang him. I even messaged him and said him, yo, I need basically, I need something from you, like genuinely.
Yeah.
He didn't reply to me. He hasn't spoke to me. But you're still sitting top of the league. You've won 5 games on the bounce. All you've done is lost 1.
It's the Man U Arsenal game.
I'll be
bro,
honest,
man.
yeah. That is a weak mentality. I'm seeing it as weak. There's absolutely no way you can be sat top of the league. You've only lost 1 game, same amount as Liverpool, by the way. And you're quiet. You're not talking no more. You're worried. Why?
Because they know what's coming. What's that word? Inevitable.
It's true. It is true. But
Inevitable.
also known as tutus.
yeah.
My whole thing is when I says when Europa or is it Europa League or Europa Conference? What they playing in?
Then
They're
Europa
in-
League.
Europa
Nations
League.
Conference,
Is it
Europa
you lot in the
League.
Thursday.
conference?
I don't even know.
I think so.
I get confused now. What's the one that
You don't
Jose
come.
was?
Nah, I think it's Tottenham.
The
No.
conference.
Tottenham
Conference
fourth?
League.
Tottenham Champions League, bro. Remember, it's 5 teams in Europe this season.
I think they're gonna struggle.
Spurs.
Tottenham.
Nah, I think they got a squad depth, man.
They'll be alright, man. Unfortunately.
They got the squad depth,
Their
man.
football's boring, no man.
Yeah, it is. It's
That's what I
boring,
mean,
but
like-
you'll get them squeaky 1-0.
With Spurs, I just look at them and I'm like, it's just
Conte,
nah.
Conte
There's
football,
nothing to
Yeah,
it.
it's
It's like
That
it
is
should be
Conte
a
football.
good, entertaining game to watch, but it's just like, how can you be a Spurs fan? Like, what would
The
make
worst
you
thing is
think?
they've got exciting players.
They got a pop in their stadium.
Kulusevski's good.
Now, you
The
don't
Zuma,
say you don't
Kane,
grow up to say I want to
Son.
support Spurs. Though.
This is what I mean. It just nah.
You
Like they
don't
got
say- you
nothing
don't say,
about
oh,
them.
Harry Kane's my hero, do you?
They do now.
You know where you can grow up in North London, for example, and pick Spurs when you can pick Arsenal.
So it's like this.
Unless you're born in the
Out of
last like
spite.
3-4 years.
True.
Like it's like you said about England and that just being like Beefeater and Harvest. That's Spurs in the Prem. They're just
Spurs is
Unbeaten
like,
as
Spurs
well,
is
though.
like chip chap on a
exactly,
Friday
and still
night.
no one cares.
Yeah. I don't think that made anyone out there.
No one cares about Spurs.
No, they play Chelsea. I think
Right, let's wrap it up then.
Yeah,
Because this could go on forever.
Yeah, one Spurs.
So Taz, anything you want to let the people know that you got coming out, what you're working on? Obviously, you got the line. I didn't get a short set, which I'm upset by the way. But
DVUK, I've got winter times coming up, so I'm looking at coats, gilets. This one is not even.
yeah, we got the crate ones as well. Yeah. stitch stuff and that, and it's good quality, man. It's good quality.
T-shirts,
Quality, man. Stitch stuff, you get me? Not no printing.
T-shirts,
Embroidery and
hats, beanies, everything's going on, but just trying to juggle life and business at the moment. isn't it? But
Yeah.
it's
Do you
coming
think, man?
soon,
It's good. I said it's good to see the young brothers doing their entrepreneurial thing, man. So, yeah, man. Flowers to you. You get me, my bro.
Yeah,